What's up and what's going on, everybody? We appreciate everybody being here, seeing some of you guys in the chat already. As always, we appreciate you guys all showing up. Sorry that we are late today. Technical difficulties on my end. But we are here. So we're going to just go ahead and get right into it today. Who do we have in the chat so far?
Got Groovy FE was first in the chat. Appreciate that. We got Andre Ware, Man Comic Fan, Ronnie J, Kenny Pierce, all saying what's up. Lilfoot saying I made a live stream for once. Shout out to you. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it, bro.
Andre Ware said watching Civil War and it's still as good as the first time. I agree. Every time I watch that movie, goated. Love it. Raymond said the Snyder fans are going to be in shambles on Twitter tonight. D-Wade Cinema's here. Civil War's great as well. Ant-Man, Ricardo, Black Claw 2, what up? Havoc and Gray, what's good? Sup, everybody? What up, y'all? Appreciate everyone being here. All 21 viewers as of right now. 8 likes as of right now. So if you're viewing this, please go ahead and throw that live a like.
Smash up that like.
So we can get some more of you in here. We got some tier lists today. Couple interesting topics, honestly. You know, I'm honestly just talking. I'm in the flow of things right now. Darius, how was your day? Kellen, how was your day? Kellen, how was your day? We'll start with you.
Man, I just worked and got off work and let my dogs out and then immediately fell asleep and woke up and came here. So it's been a real eventful one.
Nice little slow Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Feel you on that.
Sleepy, rainy Thursday.
No, I haven't even had to work much because I got to work like door to door. So it's been raining and then it get all hot later on in the day. But then it's already dark and stuff. So
dude, I saw that Headless Horseman on the way over here. Dude, what was up with this fog tonight?
Yes, bro. I got in my car and had to sit in the driveway for like 5 minutes before I left.
Yeah.
To fog on my car and defrosting my windows.
I was covered nice, actually. Yeah, I had to sit there a minute too.
Darius, you ready to tell people how your day was? Or you over there handling some things?
Sorry.
Do you need mine?
No, I'm not.
I'll just Ricardo Q Supremacy, yes.
Okay.
Shout out Ricardo, because you know Ricardo hit me up before the live even started. It was like, where the live at? So shout out Ricardo being here. Appreciate you, Brody.
Okay.
Pre-chat.
I apologize.
Oh god, we had a little pre-chat.
My
time is up, y'all.
I had to get some things. Had to get some things straight.
Enjoyed
I apologize.
Let me know if you want more Q in the chat.
But like I always say, if you would like to join our Discord, you can. The link is should be down below in the bio. It is the easiest way if we do giveaways, like we are going to attempt to do today, to get in contact with you to get the mailing information from you, so that we can mail you the gift that you have won. It is also a way for you to message us, send us links to topics that you feel we should be discussing here on the show. If you see something throughout the day or throughout the week that you feel like we should be discussing in one of our live streams, all you got to do is send that link there, tag myself or one of my co-hosts in that link there, and then we will definitely look at that and then determine whether or not we're going to talk about that on the show. So if you want to join that link or join the Discord, the link down there is down there in the bio. Now, I guess what you asked, my day, it's another day. I'm here. It's another day.
It's like such an automated response.
Yeah, I mean,
You think I'm asking like Siri that shit? It's just another day, work day.
I mean, that's what it was. It was another work day of me. My alarm going off and laying there contemplating, do I need this job? Getting up, going to a job that I need, and you know, lots of things. You know, it was just another.
That part's the worst. Like realizing,
Another
like,
damn.
I actually do need
Yeah,
this
just
shit.
be like-
I actually do need this job.
I'll do that. I'll be like, fuck it, I'm just not going. Then, like, 10 minutes later, I'm like,
I'm gonna give
I'm
myself
going.
a
I'm going to
go.
be late, though.
Yeah,
I need money, actually.
yeah, I hate it. I definitely hate it. But we do have topics to get into today, and one of the things we are going to talk about is the Avengers 5 King's Dynasty. There is a rumored roster out there, and some of the people on the roster are people that we've all talked about that could possibly be showing up in King Dynasty. The other topic that we are going to talk about, because again, it's a slow news week. Now, one thing I can say, not just slow news week, it's been a slow news time, but I knew that was coming after Wakanda Forever anyway, because there's not really much going on in way of anything right now. But the news that we have gotten that has come out of after Wakanda Forever has not been boring news. It's been slow news, but it hasn't been boring news. And so the second topic that we're going to talk about, with it not obviously being that boring news, is the DCU rebooting. I definitely have things to say there. If anybody's been here, you know I'm a DC fan. I've not been happy with the DCU, but I have remained positive for the DCU. I'm still positive because honestly, and I'm gonna get into it. The reboot.
You're thinking about Cavill though, right?
I am thinking about Cavill,
Yeah.
but that's So I'm excited. It's an exciting thing, but it's also still a thing. So,
Yeah.
but we're gonna talk about it. And then the last thing that we'll do, because like I said, it is a slow news week. I typically try to come Monday through Friday, at least Monday through Thursday, with 3 to 4 topics, and then Fridays are typically the 5-topic show, but. Again, slow news week. We really don't have much. So we're going to talk about, like I said, we'll talk about these things. We'll jump in with you guys and hang out. Let's see here. Let's start with the Avengers 5 roster.
Yay.
And this is coming from the Direct. The Direct put this out a few weeks ago. Or not a few weeks ago, I'm sorry. Yesterday, actually. This came out from them yesterday, last night. And I'm going to read the article here and what they're saying. This is coming from Paul over at Heavy Spoilers. According to Heavy Spoilers' YouTube channel, Marvel Studios is planning to include the following trio of heroes in the cast of Avengers Kang Dynasty, all of whom had already been well expected to assemble in the next Avengers team. And one of those is obviously Mackey's, and I'll scroll so you guys can see that too. Mackey's Captain America. After fully accepting the mantle of Captain America and Falcon the Winter Soldier, Anthony Mackie Sam Wilson looks to serve as a new leader of the team. Yeah, as one of the veteran members, wielding the Captain America shield and a new set of vibranium wings. Wilson will be someone that the Avengers look to
We got comments saying
in the
audio
team's.
going in and out.
What?
It's just one comment though. I don't know if it's just one mic or if it is or not, or just him.
Is the audio going in and out for everyone, or do we just have it?
Are
let
we
me
good?
know. Let me know if I need to fix something. Let me know, chat.
Good. We're good.
Yeah, Groovy says it's good.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Apologies.
All right, so
Appreciate that chat.
here we go. Avengers, and it's a Captain America shield and a new set of vibranium wings. Wilson will be someone that the Avengers look to in the team's toughest battle to date. Before we move to the next one, we'll break down each one. I don't know who's looking to Sam, and man, and the thing is, because Marvel is using the Ultimates universe, Sam, and this is the Sam with no power. So you're telling me that a roster full of super powerful beings are looking to a regular man in a suit? And
Not
you
named Batman.
yeah, and some people might be saying, well, Tony was very different. Regular man in a suit.
Yeah.
Very different. This is a man with, like, he's got the vibranium. All they said was vibranium wings. So I'm
Does
assuming
anything even enhance his strength?
no, there's no
No,
enhancement
he
of his
didn't
strength.
take.
It's
He didn't
just-
take the serum. No, like
They're not going that
he's
route
got
with Sam.
what's it called? Like Red Wing or some shit like that. The little thing he uses. And
Yeah,
then he's
Red
got his
Wing.
wings.
Yeah.
Then he's
It
got
was
the
like
shield.
an actual Falcon in the comment.
Yeah, it's an actual Falcon in the
comic.
comic. Yeah.
Go peck that motherfucker.
But this with Sam being the leader of the Avengers, which we all knew that Sam was going to be the leader of the Avengers, since everything else got scrapped. But we knew that Sam was going to be the leader of the Avengers. But again, that last line is just funny to me. Wilson will be someone that the Avengers look to in the team's toughest battle to date.
Right.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough battle. I'm sorry. It's like my Ant-Man comparisons. No one is saying call Sam. Call call Captain. Or what? I mean, sure. No, I'm just. I'm not convinced. What is it? New World Order comes out before Kang Dynasty, obviously. So obviously he has that opportunity to really show myself. I may be in the minority. Myself, that he can take on the role of Captain America and be the superhero that they look to in their toughest battle to date. So, that's just, and plus, it's no secret I'm no Mackie fan. So, I hope that they can look to him in their toughest battle to date, because I'm not looking to him and I don't see it. But the next person on that list is Simu Lee, and that's Shang-Chi. And this one says, seeing as Avengers 5 will be directed by Shang-Chi's Legend of the Ten Rings, Daniel Cretton, the movie's titular hero will unquestionably be an important new member of the Avengers after meeting the team in his movie's post-credit scene. Possessing the incredible powerful 10 rings after the end of his first solo movie, Shang-Chi's abilities will be a force to be reckoned with from a physical perspective as he finds his place alongside the Avengers. I think Shang-Chi's role in King Dynasty is going to be huge because Daniel Cretton is directing it. Obviously, we've seen, everybody made these comparisons quite some time ago, before the trailer had dropped, that the Ten Rings would play a role with Kang. After the post-credit scene, there were some people that were saying, the Ten Rings are maybe signaling Kang. Some people were saying the Ten Rings may be signaling Galactus. But obviously we know now that it is a beacon going out to Kang. So we're going to see, I'm sure, Shang-Chi in a very important role, prominent role at least, on the Avengers roster for Kang Dynasty, I think at least. Like I said, with Daniel Cretton being the director there. The next one, oh God. The next one on that list is BP. Letitia. Letitia writes, BP.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's my Black Panther.
She said, they're only giving, okay, so these are the three leaders. These are going to be the leaders of the team. These are going to be the guys that are going to be leading the charge against Kang. Okay? Now, before I even get into that, I'm going to read this first. With Shuri now holding the mantle, God, I fucking hate that word, of the Black Panther, she finds herself with new duties as Wakanda's ruler. Is she? I thought M'Baku was, but that's neither here nor there. And protector as the nation continues building relationships with the rest of the world after Black Panther Wakanda Forever. After doing her best to save Vision in Avengers Infinity War, she'll rekindle her own ties with the Avengers as she puts her own abilities on display, showing that the Black Panther has places with the team. Well, the Black Panther already had places with the team well before she donned the mantle. He was going to lead the team. But anyway, these are going to be the three that are going to lead, like I said, the charge against Kang and Avengers Kang Dynasty. Your main leader is a powerless man. Your second leader, Shang-Chi, is okay. I'll give you Shang-Chi, because Shang-Chi's strong, bro. Like he proved that in his film.
Plus he has the 10 rings.
Yes, plus he's got the 10 rings. Plus he's got the 10 rings.
Kang's still wiping.
Still, no.
Maybe, because we don't know what the MCU's Kang is gonna even look like.
Well, true, but
and then you've got Shuri, BP, Shuri. I just can't. Shuri. Who is going to
He doesn't want to call her
be the third member, and the only reason that the reason that Shuri is the third leader or whatever number leader, one of the leaders, is because of, as we've said before, originally T'Challa was going to be the leader of, or one of the leaders, because I think it was going to be him, Marvel, and who was the other? Him, Marvel. I forgot who the other one was. That is not important either. But that's why we're seeing, Shuri in this position. But again, now you've got Shuri, your third member of the leading member of the team, who beat Namor on a technicality, is what I'll say. I'll say she beat Namor on a technicality. Actually, I'll say she beat Namor just because. And yes,
writers
I know.
wanted her
I was just about to say. I was just about to say that. Because that's how they wrote
I'm
it in.
still
They
saying
wrote it in
that
for-
nigga had her stabbed into a rock.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when I first seen that scene. I thought she died. I was like, they killed them all.
Yeah.
I was like, this nigga Ryan Coogler killed all of them. Because I dead ass thought when I seen her, this nigga threw or like stabbed her with his spear. But he also like stabbed into the rock.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, it's through her. Like, no way she survives this. Then she just pull
Like
it out
Wolverine died,
and
there
start
was a
walking and shit. I
tree.
was like, okay. She's going to win. Whatever. She can do whatever she wants. I can see that now.
Yeah.
And the water was right there.
That's what I was leading
Take
to
a
was
sip.
that you've got, based off of their own merits and things that they've said, is that Namor, and this is Ryan Coogler speaking, that Namor, when next to water, is stronger, as strong, if not stronger, than the Hulk. And he was next to water when he was fighting Suri,
And then
and
it was
you
getting
didn't go with that.
dog
So I'm looking at that with Suri from BP, Wakanda Forever. I'm looking at Shang-Chi, and I'm looking at what I've seen in the 10 years in the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Mackie, Sam Wilson, and Falcon and Winter Soldier, what you gave us with that too, with him. I know there are a lot of people in our chat that love Falcon and Winter Soldier, but one thing I think I would hope we can agree on is he still was ass in that series. He was not a strong hero. He was not formidable at all. I mean, yeah, you had him come in with the Wakandan
Fuck all
vibranium
that. That nigga
suit.
was fighting the Flag Smashers, my nigga.
So he wasn't
Hell
formidable at
nah.
all.
Good either.
Bro, but I mean, like, why not? Like, why these three? I just don't get it. Like, why not Wong or Strange or Captain Marvel or some? I get,
Honestly,
like you said,
yeah.
I get Shang-Chi, but I don't get unless they have Anthony Mackie real life stepping into like a prominent ass Captain America role, which
I don't think so.
At least War Machine, as someone who could lead,
That's another one that
You
could have
know?
led. Yeah.
like
Shit,
over
we don't even know
Mackie.
his best friends. Like that's what he said. Yeah, I mean, and
I
again,
assume Namor's going to be in it. I assume he's going to come and be a part of it because it's going to be like, it's the whole planet. The water, like the ocean's part of the planet. So I assume he's going to be in there and be a heavy hitter for him. But, like, they're just
Possibly.
going to bring him in some other way so they're not, like, putting him on there. But, like, that's their most, other than Captain Marvel, that's their most powerful person right now, right? Well, Strange. Wait, where's Strange on this?
with Clea and
I mean, yeah, I guess
with-
this is like
Is he not going
Dormammu's
to be
dimension.
involved in
he is.
King
It's
Dynasty?
just he.
I
This is probably
don't
just
know
the
if he's
group-
going to
this
be
pro-
involved in King Dynasty as much as he's going to be involved in Secret Wars. I think there's a select group of heroes that are going to be involved in Kang Dynasty because they are going to be the heroes that herald the news to the world, I guess. The rest of the heroes that, oh, there is this Kang guy and oh shit, he is crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's a select group. But it does go on. I think there's others.
So they're just
I
going
mean,
to
but-
kind of be ill-equipped, like in Infinity War.
My
and
question-
then eventually they're all together in Endgame, kind of a deal.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing Secret
Okay.
Wars kind of turning into. It's going to be that again, where we're going to see some of them in Kang Dynasty, but we're going to see the bulk of everybody in Secret Wars.
Okay.
So Kang Dynasty is the next Avengers movie, like Avengers title, and it's my thing is. So is that like how big of a group do you think they're? Because I don't think they're going with any of the comic relative like East West Coast. I think they're kind of just throwing their own little group together. So I mean,
Yeah.
I get we have like 3 leaders, but what are you thinking for as to like the total group numbers and who they might be? Or if you've seen anything on a leaked roster or anything like that. Because, I mean, because obviously we're going to have the Eternals doing whatever they're doing in their sequel. Then we'll have Strange with Clea doing incursions, whatever he's doing. Then we'll have Captain Marvel in the Marvels dealing with her stuff. So we'll have the Avengers, like, their select group. They'll be their own little group. And so There's gonna be the heroes that pop up in Infinity War and Endgame, like how they came to help the Avengers, and then eventually they're all the big Avengers group. I think that's how they'll do it and stuff. But I think to start off, there's only gonna be like 5, 6.
I mean, if I had to think
Maybe
about people that they've introduced so far that could play a role in Kang Dynasty, Jennifer Walters, Shang-Chi, obviously, Shuri, Sam, the Fantastic Four, because if the rumors are true and that plot leak is true, then they are going to be the ones chasing Kang out of the Quantum Realm into Kang Dynasty. So they'll play a role. Obviously not a part of the Avengers team, but the Fantastic Four. I said Jennifer, maybe Carol, maybe Ms. Marvel, maybe them, maybe Photon.
So are we not thinking Miss Marvel? Like, are we thinking like that's not? I'm trying to think of like. I mean, because I don't know what what are they doing? I don't know what they're doing with Thor. I don't know what.
Oh, I forget Thor.
Yeah, nobody knows what's happening with Thor.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think who is here.
Because I don't think they throw Moon Knight in that Avengers group. Because I think they're waiting to hold him off until they bring off Blade and everything else like that, so they can do some other group.
Yeah, I don't think Moon Knight.
No, I don't see him.
Yes, I'm sorry, Ant-Man. Well, actually,
Ant-Man fuck around,
What's
die.
gonna happen? Yeah, what if?
from what I've heard, Ant-Man and well, no, I take that back. Ant-Man and the Wasp at the end of Quantumania will be still in the Quantum.
I was gonna say they're either gonna
Cassie's the
die
only
or
one
get
that's
stuck.
going to get out. Cassie, Janet, and no, Cassie is the only one that gets out from the plot leak. Cassie's the only one that gets out. Hank, Janet, Wasp, and Ant-Man are still in the Quantum Realm, but they are going to be in Kang Dynasty. They'll be in Kang Dynasty, and then
That's probably
make
going to
their
be
way
one
in.
of the reasons of Kang Dynasty, one of their like going to get Ant-Man out of the Quantum Realm or some shit like that.
Maybe so.
But I don't know. I was just sitting here thinking of we get these 3 leaders or whatever, but it's like there's only going to be 3-4 other members. So I mean, I just can't even piece together who they might be because you threw the other Black Widow and the Thunderbolts, and so.
I mean, the Thunderbolt. I don't know, bro. That's so tough because I just don't know what they're doing. I don't want to say, oh, the Thunderbolts could be involved in it too, but
Seems kind of likely.
I don't know because I'm trying to think of like who do you even have at this point?
Marvel's spread really thin right now.
And there's not like anyone's being
The fact
intrigued.
they did this.
This is why I'm worried
about.
about Secret Wars. We can't even come up with names for Kang Dynasty.
Yeah.
This is why I'm worried for Secret Wars because it's like, who? I mean, who's who?
Well, who's being introduced to us before?
Spider-Man. Sorry, Spider-Man.
Of course, yeah.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
You'll have Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm
But
blank
even
again.
Spider-Man in like Secret Wars was like told like, "Hey, buddy, like we're gonna be fighting some like pretty like powerful people. Like you can help out, but like there was a point that Spider-Man like in Secret Wars wasn't all that useful." You know,
I mean, and I could
that's what Secret Wars is supposed to be. And
I could
don't know
see
who
Miss
we
Marvel because
have.
they had her on that little promo with the ship thing fighting Ultron with Anthony Mackie. You remember that Disney video you showed me? Because I could see him throwing Miss Marvel in there.
Oh, I think
she will.
Carol, Photon, and Miss
Yeah.
Marvel may be there. Again, when you get a character, and this is why I'm worried about the portrayal of Photon too, because when you have a character like Photon, you couldn't throw Monica Rambeau in Infinity War. She takes Thanos like that. Like she's one of the strongest characters in Marvel. Like that's not a me thing just because I like Monica. Like that's real. Like Monica's one of the strongest characters in Marvel. So you could put her in Kang Dynasty, but what are you gonna do with her? Are you gonna actually let her be Monica, or are you going to nerf her powers down to whatever your MCU version of her is gonna be? But it's very possible that Carol, Monica, and Ms. Marvel could be in it. That's another possibility. So we've said She-Hulk, Spider-Man, the Marvels. So that is now 5. 5 more to that 3. So it's 8. So you got 8. 8 with a time traveler.
Yeah.
So, and plus the Fantastic Four, plus Ant-Man and Wasp. So you got 9.
You think they throw in Daredevil, or you think they just keep him
When does Daredevil come out?
Next-
That's this
I think-
phase 5.
Yeah.
I don't
know.
I don't think Daredevil
Just like
plays
we're
a role.
asking though, if they're gonna nerf her, or they're gonna nerf Kane too. So it's like, kind of one depends on the other. Like,
Yeah.
however strong they decide Kane's gonna be, is gonna determine how strong we need this Avengers ensemble to be. Kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, let me read this here. It says I'm not gonna read what Simu Lee said. Well, I'll read what he said. It said the rumor shares these 3 names. The rumor shares these 3 names will be a part of the first wave of Avengers attempts. So that's the first wave of Avengers attempts to take down Kang the Conqueror. We watch as the first wave of Avengers attempt to take Kang down. This will be made up of characters like Shang-Chi, Falcon, Black Panther, or Shuri, and so on. Like I said, this will apparently be the first wave of characters to fight Kang. And it said Simu Lee also spoke. Oh, this is Simu Lee saying this. Oh. Did they give him the okay to say this? Simu Lee has also spoke with comicbook.com about his potential inclusion in Avengers 5 in November 2022, expressing his hope to be a part of the movie when asked if he was in the cast yet. I would think so. I would hope so. Don't take my word for it. And then it says how the Avengers roster is coming together for Kang Dynasty. It says with Sam Wilson, Shang-Chi, and Shuri all rumored to be in the line for prominent roles in Avengers 5, Marvel Studios is unquestionably looking to use its biggest guns for the MCU's newest team-up Outgoing. Wilson is ready to embrace a leadership role after taking over the Captain America mantle from Steve Rogers, and both Shang-Chi and Shuri will embrace a larger world outside of San Francisco and Wakanda. This will also likely be the first time that Shang-Chi will meet either Sam Wilson or Shuri, with the latter two having interacted for a bit during the Battle of Wakanda and Avengers Infinity War, and after seeing Shang-Chi take a meeting with Captain Marvel and the Hulk, anticipation is high to see him build relationships with the rest of the team. While there are still plenty of questions regarding who will join the existing trio, this news is an exciting first step before Phase 5 and Phase 6 get underway. Yeah, I mean, so some of the ones we've named, I think, could be ones that do show up. We are gonna have to wait to see, but again, I'm not impressed by the roster. Right. I'm sorry, and I'm not. This is not. Please understand. This is not me saying, "Oh, well, Darius just complains about everything. He hates this. He hates that." No, that's not it. I don't. I love Marvel. I've said that so many times. I love Marvel. I love the MCU. But this roster, this ain't a roster that I'm. If you're trying to the last time we saw an Avengers film, I guess you could say Endgame. Yeah, Endgame, 2019. So we're not going to see Kang Dynasty until 2025. So 6 years of not seeing an Avengers film. The thing that everybody wants to see, because every Avengers film always does great in the box office. That's what everybody wants to see. They want to see the team-ups. They want to see how all these guys are interacting. What's going to happen? How are you doing this character? How are you going to do that character? 6 years of not seeing the Avengers on screen, and this is the roster you're giving that everybody's coming back to? Now, again, it's just mentioning the 3 here. We're only mentioning Shuri, Shang-Chi, and Sam. We don't know who else is going to be mentioned. We don't know if they're going to pull other people in that possibly we just haven't seen yet. Like, they could. I don't see them doing this, but they could pull in heroes that we haven't been introduced to yet, that we know are there, but we haven't been introduced to yet. They could be pulling in heroes.
I think it's 2025. That's when the X-Men are supposed to show up, right?
No, we're not getting the X-Men until Phase 7.
Oh, really?
Yes. Phase 5 and Phase 6 will be the Fox X-Men. We're not getting our X-Men until Phase 7. That's what it is right now. The Mutant Saga is supposed to be Phase 7. So the Fox X-Men are going to be the X-Men
ushered in by Deadpool.
Ushered in by by the Deadpool situation there, possibly, and then have them be moving forward. So there's another name that you could possibly put on there. Could we possibly, and that's a big possibly, could we, well, you know, it was also rumored for Kang Dynasty that Tobey Maguire was going to be in Kang Dynasty. Yeah, it was him, not Andrew. And Andrew's in Secret Wars. Both of them are in Secret Wars. But Tobey was going to be in Kang Dynasty. And if he's in Kang Dynasty, that's a rumor. So this is rumor too. So let's take Tobey and put him up there with them. Yeah. Take Tobey, he's up there with them. And then let's even take the X-Men, the Fox X-Men, and we'll put them up there.
Right.
If you've got the Fox X-Men,
the
Fantastic Four, it's getting stronger now.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Spider-Man, Tobey Spider-Man, Ant-Man and the Wasp, those three. The Marvels. It's a better roster.
It's better.
It's a better roster. It's a better roster, especially since this is going to be the Fox X-Men's farewell. This is Kevin Feige giving them their farewell. I'm excited to see what they look like in the MCU. How, you know, this is not Fox anymore. This is Kevin Feige having full reign to be able to do things he probably wanted to do when he was working under Bryan Singer. So, with him having control, and you got Destin Daniel Cretton, you know, with his creativity, and I'm sure I forget the guy's name. I forget his name. It's not Michael Waldron. Michael Waldron's writing Secret Wars. The other writer from Rick and Morty taking on Kang Dynasty. It could be better. That could that roster. I wouldn't mind seeing it all. Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing that roster. But those three, coupled with the original 9 that we said before we started saying the others, nah. But that Fantastic Four, the Marvels, X-Men, both Spider-Men, the 9 Avengers from that roster, I think we could see a formidable group go up against Kang. Yeah. And then once we get into Secret Wars, if we get all that, and you know, who's to say that it even stops there? Because who's to say that Secret Wars is going to be? Actually, no. Secret Wars is not going to be. We've already seen it. Incursions are happening. Incursions are happening right now. You know, that's why Doctor Strange, I'm assuming, is not in Kang Dynasty, because he's dealing with the incursions going on with Clea and the Dark Dimension. That's where they went. That's where it looked like they were going. Right. And I believe it does. Doctor Strange 3 is supposed to come out before Secret Wars. So,
but after Kang Dynasty?
Is it after Kang Dynasty? I can't remember if it was after Kang Dynasty. I just know it's in that Phase 6. It's in that Phase 6 round. I think it's before Kang Dynasty. I think it's before. But Kang Dynasty comes out in May. So that's January, February, March, April, May. It might be after. But, you know, so you got everything going on with Doctor Strange, what's going on with Clea and the incursions and everything right now. So with incursions going on, we could possibly see other multiversal heroes joining the fight against Kang. I mean, you know, Kang is multiversal anyway, so we could be seeing, I mean, you got the Squadron Supreme that's still rumored, not in Loki, but obviously still the Thunderbolts, but other projects as well from what we've seen. The Squadron Supreme could play a role. I don't know. There's so many people that could play a role, but with the direction that Marvel Studios is currently going, this is why I've said, and we've said here before, why I'm personally worried about Secret Wars, because there's a litany of names that aren't in the MCU. Yeah.
My thing is, I know I'm probably biased and everything, but I just don't understand how you're having a multiversal battle without Doctor Strange. Just by saying he's in the dark dimension dealing with incursions. Like, I mean, cool and all, but I don't think the Avengers go to a multiversal war without Doctor Strange. That's just my opinion.
No, I mean, I agree. I don't know.
Do you guys think Wanda's on the table?
Wanda's still on the table, I mean, but I don't think for Kang Dynasty.
What do you think they're going to do with Agatha?
I don't think anything involving Kang Dynasty or Secret Wars.
After her TV show?
I think after her TV show, she gets, you know, I think Agatha's going to play more on that, darker side of the MCU. You know, the magical, mystical.
Well, I just
but
didn't
also,
know if you think they.
Yeah.
I knew that for sure. I just didn't know if you thought that they'd let her do anything just because she is the witchcraft and magic and everything she knows. So
I don't see that's another issue I have with the way the MCU has kind of set up some of these people like Moon Knight. I don't see Moon Knight interacting with the rest of the Avengers.
Yeah, I don't at all.
I don't see Agatha interacting with the Avengers. I don't see her. I can't see her in a Kang Dynasty or a Secret Wars. Who else is out there? When does Wonder Man come out? That's Phase 5 rumored.
I mean, might get Vision.
Oh,
Might
Vision,
get
Vision.
back.
There's another one,
Yeah.
Vision. I forgot about Vision. Vision.
Vision out there.
That's why I was asking about the Wonder Man series, because Wonder Man could play a role as well. Wonder Man comes out in Phase 5 before Kang Dynasty, so Wonder Man could be catapulted into this larger universe for him. So
Still waiting to see what they do with Hulk.
Yeah,
Hulk.
Hulk's another one.
and the reason I didn't even mention Hulk is because it's like
We don't
Even
know
if they
what
bring him
the
in,
fuck
the
they're-
version of Hulk that we've had
That's
lately.
why I had to add in wait to see what they do.
Yeah.
Wanda's definitely on the table. I just do not
don't
believe
think
she's
in
for Kang
Kang
Dynasty.
Dynasty,
I think that's going to be more of a Secret Wars thing. But at the same time, we've also heard that she is supposed to, because I forgot about that. We've heard that she is supposed to be in Kang Dynasty. Now, what role she's playing in Kang Dynasty?
Warlock, possibly.
I was thinking Adam too, but I was also thinking to myself, more Secret Wars, not Kang Dynasty, just because we're going to be coming off of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I believe I forget where on the timeline it is. I think Thunderbolts is last. Is Thunderbolts last?
in Phase 5.
In Phase 5. I think Thunderbolts is
I
last.
think so.
But we're going to be coming off of the heels of Guardians of the Galaxy 3 that comes out in what, May? Doesn't it come out in May? Well, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 comes out in like May 5th, I believe. So if that comes out May 5th, and then we've got Kang Dynasty that doesn't come out until May 5th of 2025, Adam Warlock's a possibility.
Yeah.
He's a possibility, because that would have been a whole year since we had seen him in Ant-Man 3. So that's very much a possibility that we could see Adam Warlock on that. And but if Adam Warlock is supposed to be joining the Guardians after this, does that then mean we see this new version of the Guardian? I don't think so. I don't think they're going to introduce a new version of the Guardians team in Kang Dynasty. Yeah, I just don't think so. I think that would be... That's another question. Do you even think Adam Warlock is in Secret Wars? Because, listen, like that, from what we've heard, from what James Gunn has said, this is the last time we're going to see this Guardians roster. And if this is the last time we're seeing this Guardians roster, and it's supposed to be a new roster moving forward, possibly the Guardians of the universe, then why would they introduce the new team in Kang Dynasty or
So do you
Secret
think this is the
Wars?
last time we see the Guardians raw, or just see them together? Because, I mean, I still think there's a chance they have Groot and Rocket in Secret Wars.
If Rocket doesn't die.
If whoever doesn't die,
This is 'cause
there's
I-
still
That's how I took it.
I'm just taking it as this is the last time we'll see the Guardians
This
of the
particular
Galaxy
group.
together. But I think
Yeah.
there's still a chance we get
Yeah, no.
Gamora or even
at least
Quill,
2 are
just some-
dying.
Well,
You know.
the only reason
If you get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. What I took from James Gunn when he said, this is the last time we're going to see this roster, and what I took from the actress that plays Mantis and plays Nebula after they read the script and said that they were bawling, we know that someone's going to die. Dave Bautista has said
He's done.
He's done. Rocket Raccoon and the things that he was saying in the trailer allude to him possibly being one of the others that die. If that does happen, and we also know that 2014 Gamora is going to be the Gamora in here now. They met her in Endgame, but this Gamora has no affection or ties to this team whatsoever, besides Nebula, her sister. Besides Nebula, she has no connections, and even with that Gamora also saw this Nebula kill the 2014 Nebula in Endgame. So she's got that on her mind.
She was also at the point of Gamora in 2014 with Nebula.
Yeah,
she hadn't even. They hadn't even
she doesn't
fleshed any of that shit
she doesn't
out.
know who
they
these
hadn't
people
worked
are.
any of that out.
Right.
They were still in this weird competition thing.
Right.
Not even sisters at that point, too,
So she may not even feel affection towards Nebula. Well,
There's
I don't
something
want to
that's
say
there
that.
that was always there, but it just hasn't been pulled out and fleshed out yet. So,
Right.
to what degree they can do that, and to what degree, she can start to feel affection for the Guardians. But at the very least, she won't be more advanced in that than she was at the end of the first Guardians movie,
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, you've got Gamora, you got everything going on with Gamora. So let's just assume at the end of Guardians 3, she goes her own way. Mm-hmm. She's because I just don't see the team. She goes her own way. So if she goes her own way, that's one gone. Mm-hmm. Not saying that we can't see her in like a Kang Dynasty or Secret Wars. I'm just saying on the roster of the Guardians, that's one gone. If Drax and Rocket both die, that's two more gone. So that's three gone.
Right.
So then that leaves you with Quill, Mantis, Nebula, Adam Warlock.
I still think they keep Groot around.
Oh, and Groot.
Just because that didn't make them
yeah.
so much money. That's
and
his
Groot.
son now. They just started. I don't know. I just think they keep him around.
No, I agree.
Like you said,
But the new roster for the Guardians, I think.
But here's my fault to interrupt you if I am, but even if you do pull them into Secret Wars individual, I mean, what would their like individual roles really be? Because we haven't even gotten much to see like that they can do much individually in the MCU. Like we've always gotten them in a team if they're not in their little team. Like we've gotten Rocket and Groot with Thor, or we've gotten Quill. He was still with I think he was with Mantis and Drax still running around. So I don't really know if any of them are capable of individually outside of Quill.
I just don't think it'd be individual either. I think it would.
I mean, obviously, yeah, it'd still be mixing them into a team. So
I mean, because they've got to introduce Nova. That's what I'm saying. I think that would possibly, bro, possibly they might be in it. But only reason I'm saying possibly is just because it would just be one of those things where we just watch the team dissolve somewhat in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Just from, again, what I'm taking from what James Gunn said, we're going to watch the team become something new. That's the last time we're going to see that roster. So if that's the last time we're going to see that roster, I mean, no, maybe, bro, maybe.
it's tricky because, I mean, I wouldn't even know what any of these characters look like without James. I mean, we got them with the Russos writing them, obviously, but I mean, I still feel like the Russos wrote them so close to how however James Gunn was directed. I'm not wrote because I know they might have had the same writers from Guardians or whatever helping them, but I feel like the Guardians were always directed the same way. So I don't know how anyone different would kind of handle only getting, let's say, they're like, okay, we get Quill and Mantis. It's like, how do you even kind of handle writing that into your Secret Wars lineup?
Yeah, it's that's why I said the Guardians is a weird one. I don't know, possibly. And I think does it stop there? Possibly. Oh yeah. I forgot. I forgot. Yeah, that was in that rumor. That was in that plot leak. That we still have not gone over.
Raymond did throw in that Gamora's in the Guardians of the Multiverse.
Yeah, she's in the Guardians of the Multiverse. That's what I was saying. She might go her own way, or she might stay with them. I'm not sure. Because, and the only reason I say that is because of Zoe Saldana's recent things that she has said.
what we talked about the other day.
Yeah, so I don't know, but one of the plot leaks that we were supposed to discuss that we never got into, I apologize, we never got into that, that was that Kang Dynasty is supposed to be also adapting a version of Children's Crusade. So if that is true, and you've got the events of Agatha supposed to be somewhat playing into being the catalyst to their version of Children's Crusade. This is just what, don't shoot the messenger, this is just what I've heard, that Agatha is supposed to be the catalyst for Children's Crusade, but Children's Crusade is going to be also adapted into Kang Dynasty. And if that's true, then you've got more heroes, because now you've got Billy Kaplan, you've got Wiccan, you've got possibly Speed, you've got Cassie Lang. She's also, Cassie's the only one that makes it out of the quantum realm, and at the end of the plot leak that I read, she's doing some studying or looking into something.
Do you get Kate Bishop in that?
And she gasped.
Yeah, Kate Bishop.
She gasped, and then she was like, and then that's where the movie ends. The movie ends with Cassie looking into something, and then she gasped at like a fright. The plot said that it's a frightening gassed, like she's scared of something. So it could be something she's seeing with Kang. So she's going to also be in Kang Dynasty, I'm sure. So that's now 3 Young Avengers. Could we possibly see... Now the roster's getting real big, but could we possibly see Patriot? Could we possibly see...
I mean, you got to think we see Falcon if Cap's this leader.
Well, that's what I'm saying, too. Obviously, if New World Order comes out before, and we know that Patriot and Elijah are supposed to... Isaiah are supposed to show up in New World Order, then he could... I don't think Isaiah and Patriot showing up in New World Order is just like, oh, they're just showing up because it connects to Falcon Winter Soldier. Obviously, that's Patriot was introduced for a reason. Like, there's a reason that all of these younger heroes that are a part of the Young Avengers are being introduced. Now, some of them aren't, like Love, but she's going to be a part of it. I've seen some people saying, like, they're never going to do anything with Love. Yeah, they are. They didn't introduce Love with Eternity, with the way they did Eternity, for no reason. Like, these younger heroes, these younger guys with superpowers that we're seeing are going to play a role. And I think that's going to be the MCU's version of the Young Avengers, because it's not going to be comic Young Avengers. You'll have your Wiccan, you'll have Speed, you'll have... I don't think we're getting Hulkling. I'm sorry. I think Hulkling is being replaced with Scar.
Yeah.
Because
I don't think they're giving us 2 little green nicks.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Just think about what that would cost.
Right, yeah.
To have 2... I don't know, bro. I don't see it.
I mean, plus you got Red Hulk and Hulk. They're not doing both of them. I don't think.
Yeah. So you're gonna have Billy, Tommy, Cassie, Patriot, Scar, not Hulkling. I just don't see it.
See, what are they doing with Kate Bishop?
Kate.
But my thing, what did that show end off on?
I don't even remember
her and
Yelena. How did that show end? I don't remember how.
Kingpin shows up and she does. Yeah. I'm telling you, I don't remember.
I really don't. I really don't.
Christmas.
I'm telling you, I don't remember.
I have no idea how that movie.
Like, I know what happened in that last episode, but I don't know how it ended.
I don't remember the last episode.
Yeah.
I just remember Kingpin.
They have a little fight at the skating rink when Yelena comes. Yelena's trying to kill Clint. And then Kingpin also shows up because...
He gets shot in the face, Echo. But how did it end with Kate? It was their show. How did that shit end?
Christmas.
Nah, that's what it was. It ended with... She's with Hawkeye.
Yeah.
She's with Hawkeye back at their house.
Yeah,
yep. She
That's what it is. Yeah. She's with Hawkeye back at their house. So...
Because her mom got arrested.
That's another name. Yeah. Hawkeye could play a role in Kang Dynasty. Hawkeye. And if he plays a role in Kang Dynasty, he's going to bring Kate.
Right.
That's how Kate could... Now I'm just assuming. I doubt the Young Avengers are maybe they are formed in Kang Dynasty.
That's what I was thinking. What if that's how they kind of form it though? Like each Avenger kind of brings their younger one with them, and then somehow, some way, that's just how the younger Avengers form. Just because, I mean, because if you think about it, Sam's bringing Patriot or Falcon, whichever one you want to count in. Then Hulk's bringing Scar. You have Miss Marvel, or you have Captain Marvel bringing Miss Marvel. You have Doctor Strange with America Chavez.
You got Ironheart that already has a connection to Shuri.
Yep.
Love has the connection to Thor. Wherever
the only one without a connection is Shang-Chi, I think.
Yeah, he doesn't. So just let's lay down that roster one more time. Just who it is. So it's Cassie, Kate, Billy and Tommy, Scar, Ironheart, Patriot, Love, Ms. Marvel. Is that it?
Oh, well.
We got to thank Stephen Dunn again.
Oh, my God, Stephen, bro.
We got to thank Stephen Dunn again for pulling up.
Thank you, man. It's awesome.
Shout out Stephen Dunn with the super chat again. Saying can't stay, pulling an all-nighter, but we'll watch the replay. Just wanted to drop in and show some love. And
Stephen, I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Really do.
We appreciate that.
I saw your comment, too, on the video where you said you'll support any way that you can because, you know, the comments you made, bro. That felt good. The comments that you made on the video you commented on, that felt great to see. I say this all the time. I appreciate every single one of you guys for messing with us the way that you do, for tuning in every day like you guys do, and listening to hear what we have to say about these things. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. And again, we're here to talk and have fun with you guys every single time.
But we getting in here every day trying. So I mean, it feels good just to know we have people at least behind us and everything that enjoy listening to the content we put out and everything, because sometimes we be struggling to get over here and get shit out just because it's like, damn, we do it every day now and everything, but appreciate that shit. Every day.
We appreciate you
guys. I love the community we have. It's so cool seeing all of you guys in every stream. We have a knowledgeable fan base. Like it's awesome. It's crazy.
It is.
It's still shocking.
I'm trying to think if anyone else is.
So we definitely appreciate all you guys. Thank you.
Is in that roster you
but I think
are we throwing America Chavez
that
in
9?
there?
Oh, that 10, America Chavez. I think that is. Correct us if we're wrong, chat. The Eternals. I don't think the Eternals show up till Secret Wars.
I don't think Secret Wars. Yeah.
Oh, how about Wong?
I just think
Wong? Probably Wong and America Chavez.
Wong.
Do you think they hold Deadpool?
She's that Comertage. She is that Comertage.
So I think both of them together.
Wong's the one who brings and not Strange, because Strange is already in the dark dimension.
Yeah, Wong. I see Wong in Kang Dynasty.
Yeah.
I see Wong in Kang Dynasty. You got to have a magic user there, because outside of Strange, you don't have one there in that roster. Like. So yeah, I would say Wong is going to show up in Kang Dynasty.
Raymond said, "Did everyone forget about Echo?"
I don't see her showing up.
Oh, we got another super chat.
Oh, Grand Regis Thag, we appreciate you, bro. Thank you so
Salute, fellas.
much.
Support the grind. Appreciate you. All y'all part of the grind as well.
I think that's
here
it.
every day with us.
The grind of waiting until we actually.
I'm saying y'all get that 10-minute timer, and we be a little late every day, so y'all be grinding too.
I think that 10 is it. I think that 10 is the 10 for the Young Avengers. But like I said, with the plot leak that I've read, the Young Avengers Children's Crusade is going to be adapted into Kang Dynasty. So that's 10 more people, 10 more heroes that we could possibly be seeing in that. So again, now you got that 10. You've got the Fantastic Four. You've got the Fox X-Men. You've got Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man, the 3 that they named there, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Who else did I say? The Fantastic Four, Wong, War Machine, She-Hulk, the Marvels, and that's it, I think.
See, I've been seeing a lot in the chat, but I'll mention it because we got another super chat from Grand Regent Thrag, and he said you haven't mentioned K-Sar yet, who's supposed to be casted to that black dude. Don't know his name.
Yes,
and I forgot who they did cast, but we are supposed to be getting K-Sar, but I just forgot which or what time period it was in.
Right.
And I don't. Is he going to be 616, or you think they're going to be pulling him from the multiverse?
I would hope he's our version of Quasar. I hope he's not a variant that they're going to take away and we never see again. I don't know why he's black, but maybe Quasar. That is let me see on that one, because there was that shit with Quasar. We have not talked about it yet. Hold on, let me see. Let me see what that was there. Okay, that's right. So Quasar's supposed to be showing up in possibly Quantumania. I forgot about that.
Oh.
Possibly is what they say.
Okay.
His debut is supposed to be in Quantumania. And I'll go ahead and read what comicbook.com had to say about it.
You said this sounds like a lot of punching bags to carry.
This says from comicbook.com, whether Quasar is coming to the MCU is the million-dollar question. If Harper originate the character in Quantumania, or if Parker shows up as the character in Quantumania, it's likely he'd pop up again just months later in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That kind of makes sense. That does make sense for Quasar to show up in Guardians. But that's a lot going on already in Guardians. Then, well, I mean, hell, you could introduce Quasar, I guess. Ben's subsequentials. Where was I at? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. There has, after all, been substantial speculation that a group like the Annihilators will end up taking over the Guardians. Given the threequel has been labeled as the last project featuring this iteration, or I'm sorry, that iteration of the time. That's not to forget the mysterious tweet James Gunn sent in 2017 while writing the script for Guardians Volume 3, sharing an image of a VHS played that he had a Quasar brand sticker on it. Are you excited to see Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania? Blah 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 blah. So if Quasar does show up in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, then it is a very strong possibility that he would be in Kang Dynasty, because we know that is where we will see Ant-Man and the Wasp next after Quantumania's Kang Dynasty. So if he is introduced there and he meets them, then there's probably no, I would say over under, I'd go over 20% he's in the film.
Yeah.
I'd say that for Kang Dynasty. If that rumor's true and he really does show up in Quantumania, then it would make sense to see him next. Well, no, because if he's gonna show up, if that's true too, and he shows up in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, then we could see him with the Guardians as a
another. Honestly,
it's another member too.
If we get most of these other teams, because we got Fantastic Four, Fox X-Men, all that coming together, it's not looking as bad as it was,
I mean, especially not for
starting.
Secret Wars if we know they're trying to bring back Iron Man and we're getting Wolverine and all this. I mean, I'm not too worried about Secret Wars, but Kang's Dynasty, a couple deaths in there. That's what I'm worried about.
I'm just again.
Oh yeah, there's
I'm
some. Of the people we
scared.
named, a lot of them aren't making it out. But basically, they're gonna do what
scared.
they can to hold him back, and then
I'm scared.
What? Yeah,
I'm scared.
Franchise said, "Don't forget TJ and Baby Mama villain Nakia."
you saw Kang without a shirt on in Creed 3, dude. I'm scared too. You know what I mean?
I'm scared. They're gonna fumble this shit.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
As it gets closer, you realize it's much more of a possibility.
Let's take a deep breath. Let's get through. Let's get to Quantumania.
I think Quantumania is going to be great. I really do. I think it's going to be great.
See.
Yeah, I guess we have to see what Phase 5 projects are going to look like.
Yeah.
But I'm nervous because I said 2025. Like, oh my god, 2025. Like that's not far.
Yeah.
But it's basically 2023. It's 2 years away. You say what you want. This year fucking flew. Yeah. We haven't even had this channel for a year yet. It won't be a year till December 23rd.
22nd.
Is it 22nd?
Yep.
Oh,
December 22nd will be when we've had this channel for a year.
What's that, 16, 15 days? One of those?
Something like that.
2 weeks.
This year has flown by. I guarantee you, with all the stuff going on in 2023, I think 2023 is going to fly. We're gonna blink and we're gonna be at Kang Dynasty. I'm just hoping that they can introduce enough, establish enough, make it make sense enough, because I don't care. We still don't know. We know Kang is the end game, but how the fuck are we getting there? No one knows that.
I mean, but it's Secret Wars. Yeah, it's Secret Wars too. It shouldn't just be Kang. There's got to be other villains and stuff mixed in. Do you think that's what they're doing though? You think it's just gonna be Kang?
I think it's just Kang. That was the rumor. That was in the plot leak too. The plot leak was
just multiple Kangs.
Yeah, I think it might be multiple Kangs, but I know no Doom, and that's why
Doom is what I'm most worried about, honestly. Out of everything, I'm really worried about.
How are you doing?
No Galactus.
I don't know how it's gonna tie in, because we have Fantastic Four coming from. Are they coming from the 90s?
The 60s.
60. Oh gosh, okay.
Yeah, the 60s.
We're doing the actual Fantastic Four. Yeah, I don't know, because. So is Doom in the quantum realm now? Is that why they took him out of the end of?
Bro, Listen,
Wakanda
We don't know where to
Forever?
hold on
fuck
before I
Doom
go on
Because I need
before I
him to
go
be
on the
tied
Doom
to the
shit.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, hold on before I go on the Doom shit.
Yeah.
D-Wade
Shout out D-Wade
Yes,
Cinema.
Shout out
Thank
to
you,
you, bro,
sir.
for
Thank
the
you, sir.
super chat. We appreciate that. What does that
Saying,
say?
A, I believe they will completely surprise us with the cast for Kang Dynasty. B, I enjoy chilling with you guys in the chat, talking all things Marvel, etc. One love.
Yes, one love, bro. We appreciate
Awesome.
it.
Yes,
We
sir.
appreciate it.
One love. Appreciate you being here.
I think they'll surprise us
but
too.
that's my thing. I know we have these
trepidatious, but
predictions and everything, but I hope they do surprise us.
I hope they do, too.
But that's my
Oh,
thing
yeah,
with
we all
with
do.
all
We all
the.
do.
I mean, with our channel and all the plot leaks and all the leaks that get out, and there is there any way we can be surprised? Is there anything that they can do to really surprise us that won't get leaked? I'll say.
well,
Because we know as it gets closer, everything leaks out. Like, we haven't really been surprised with any of the movies we've watched this year because we've got all the leaks about them.
Yeah.
We've known what we were walking into.
all been
95%.
right.
if you
They were
sat
right. That's what I'm
next
saying.
to
They're
us
right.
and-
We get the right info 95%
Yeah.
of the time.
if you sat next to us in Multiverse of Madness, I could have given you the movie play-by-play.
Play by
because-
fucking. I'm sitting next to
Yeah.
my friends like I'm wishing I'm next to Darius because we said all this shit. My
Yeah.
friends
Yeah.
acting all surprised.
All
I'm like,
that shit.
y'all niggas could watched one video and we
Has-
spit all this shit
Has
out.
it always leaked like this, and I just wasn't aware? Back
Oh, it
in the
has.
day?
Even Endgame did. Endgame did.
Really?
Infinity War did. All this stuff used to, you know. I mean, it still does. But, you know, Kevin Feige and crew have been saying, at least the report that we've heard recently, well, not recently, but the report that had come out a while back was that Marvel was going to start purposely putting out fake stuff to throw insiders and
Right.
things off.
Yeah.
How are they doing that? I don't know, because My Time to Shine, hello, Daniel Rickman, Charles Murphy, like a lot of those guys are still spot on with the things that they're coming out and saying. So it's like I said, I agree with D-Wade. I hope they can surprise us. I'm excited for the film.
Some of y'all niggas in the comments really do just make me laugh.
To say what I was gonna say about Doom, we know why. I'm not getting into the Wakanda shit. We know why he was removed from Wakanda Forever. We know that. But again, don't shoot the messenger. What I've heard is we are not getting Doom until Phase 7. Doom is going to be the big bad villain in Phase 7. His presence will be felt throughout Phases 5 and 6, because even in Wakanda Forever, his presence was still felt. Even though they took him out and Nate Moore said, oh, he was never in it. Fuck you, don't lie.
Yeah.
He was in it. He was taken out, but his presence was still even felt. You take it back to the...
I'm looking for the vibranium.
Well, the vibranium, wanting to get their hands on the vibranium detector that Riri made.
built.
Right.
I think that all included Doom, because you don't hire an actress like Lake Bell.
Is that why you were like, whenever we were sitting
Yeah,
next to
when we were sitting there
Y'all-
and they said what they said about it, I was like, that was Doom, bro. That was Doom, because you don't hire an actress like Lake Bell to come in and then have Namor kill her in the first 10 minutes of the film.
Right.
Like, that was never the plan. It was always involving Victor. So I think Victor's hand is in shit already, but just from what I've read in the rumor, he's not. It's Kang. It's only Kang. It's Kang. They want the focal point to be Kang. Doom. They took Doom completely out of it. And again, that's why I'm worried, because how are you? At first, the rumor, one of the things we had heard was that it was going to be Kang and Doom. You know, I even went so far, and this is just me, because I'm a comic book fan and Marvel stuff, and I'm trying to connect stuff that I know the MCU's not doing, but I'm about to go super sweaty nerdy. I'm sorry. In Children's Crusade, before Children's Crusade happens, Wanda disappears. What happened with Wanda currently in the MCU? No one knows where she is. We saw the blinking, the flash of red that left in Multiverse of Madness. And Kevin Feige has even come out and said, when asked about Wanda, he was like, I didn't see her die. Did you see her die? She's out there somewhere.
Obviously, yeah.
When Wanda disappeared in Marvel Comics before Children's Crusade, she was found again with Doctor Doom. She was married to Doctor Doom in Latveria. Like, that's where she was.
That's when that.
She had
storyline
that
happened?
happens in between the Children's Crusade stuff.
I didn't realize.
I think it happens in between Children's Crusade and I know it happens after Children's Crusade, but she's in Latveria with Doom, and she's married to Doom, and that's all like Doom, because Doom plays a part in. Damn, what is it after Children's Crusade? What comic comes after Children's Crusade?
House
that's
of
still
M
a part
was before, right?
Yeah, House of M's before. Avengers Disassembled is before. Yeah. Then Children's Crusade. I can't remember what comes after Children's Crusade, but Doom plays a role in all of that. So I was thinking to myself, could they adapt that? Could they adapt that as since Wanda's disappeared?
Avengers versus X-Men? Is
it
that what Smash
Avengers
Bros?
Yeah, it
is.
is.
Yeah, is it that?
Yeah.
It's.
It
I
is.
thought I was
It
thinking
is.
it's something with the West Coast Avengers, but it probably is Avengers versus
It is.
X-Men.
It is Avengers versus X-Men because of everything that's going on between them. Because the X-Men, not the X-Men, some of the X-Men were trying. They wanted to put 6 feet in the ground. Especially Wolverine. Wolverine was trying to kill her. Wolverine wanted to kill her.
Why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they? So I think that we could. I think we could see. I don't want to say I think we could see that adapted in. That's just my personal theory. I don't think it's happening. I would like it to. I just don't think it's happening because they're not doing Doom. That theory I kind of put to bed whenever they said no Doom till Phase 7. I was like, okay, well then, okay, let me throw the Wanda shit out because that's not how you're gonna do it. So. But if Doom's not, if he's really not in it, that's where my worry comes in for Secret Wars. How are you doing Secret Wars without Doom? I mean,
that's my opinion.
You just replace him, I guess. You just replace him with Kang. But if anybody that reads Marvel Comics, I know that we have some people, somebody that said the last time, I don't see the big appeal in Doom. I'm sorry. Doom is one of the greatest comic book villains of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time. And that's why Hickman used Doom for his Secret Wars adaptation, the story that he did for Secret Wars, because it was like, you've got this strong, like, you go to Secret Wars. When Thanos and Doom had their interaction, Thanos walks up to Doom and because Thanos and the Cabal, like Miles Morales, are aware of their previous lives before Battleworld. Mm-hmm. So Thanos knows what's going on. Thanos is like, what the fuck? like when they land on Battleworld, Thanos is the only one really that's like, this shit is off and I know what's going on. So when he goes up to Doom and they have their conversation, Thanos is basically telling him, I'm a god, I'm this, I'm that, I wielded the gauntlet and all this kind of stuff. And
Doom,
Doom.
Put that nigga out of his misery.
Now, granted, that was God Emperor Doom.
It was God Emperor Doom.
But still, bro, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, he's one of the strongest characters in period. So, really, that's literally like Predator.
Yeah.
So to not see him in Secret Wars, it's the same way I feel about not seeing T'Challa in Secret Wars, because oh shit, I just thought about that. In Time Runs Out, I've said this before, when the incursion is happening, it's happening, T'Challa sees it from Wakanda, and he calls the Illuminati together. Mm-hmm. I doubt we're going to see an Illuminati. If we do see an Illuminati, it's going to be the 838, because I don't think do I think they're dead? I don't know. I don't know if we see an Illuminati, but I guarantee you,
unless
they're going to take
Mordo
Shuri.
Did something with that time
unless he did something with the time stone. That was that theory. That was the theory. That was the theory. Unless he did something with the time stone, but because I've seen people saying like, "Oh, are they going to put Namor on that Illuminati?" I was not a fan of
at all.
I don't want that to be Illuminati.
Arrogant
they can stay in 90210.
No,
I don't want them in 9. I'm sorry, I can't call it 616 anymore. I can't. I don't want them in Earth 199999. I want them. I want them to stay in 90210 where they are, and I don't want them to come over here. But I wonder if they're going to take Shuri and have her in place of where T'Challa is in Secret Wars. Shuri's 70-pound ass is not wielding the gauntlet. She can't. She's not wielding the gauntlet. The gauntlet almost killed Hulk.
Yeah.
She's not wielding the gauntlet. Like, she wields the gauntlet, she's fried like Tony was fried at the end of Endgame. Like, she's going to sit there with that look, and she's going to be fried. She's dead. Cook. So, this is why I said the other day, I'm just worried. And I don't want to make it sound like, oh, Darius, what are you worried for? You haven't seen it yet. I get that. I understand that. I guess my thing is, well, we've seen them tell stories without it being comic accurate. Age of Ultron, Civil War. I mean, we've seen stories told that aren't, accurate to WandaVision, House of M. Right. So it's not accurate to what the comic is. So it could still pop. It could still pop. I guess what I'm saying is I just need to see more. I need to hear more. I need to see more. Obviously, it's not till 2025, but your roster so far, I'm not happy. I don't see it.
Well, also part of the roster is how many characters are like truly beloved, like have been throughout the history of the MCU that we still have, because they either killed them off or like unforeseen circumstances like Chadwick or Chris Hemsworth saying this, like all of a sudden they're like, kind of should have kept Steve and Tony around, like who do they have now that's like really truly
they're black.
They're
the only characters they got that have been there are the black ones, and he gave them nothing.
There's not any characters right now. For me, I'm speaking for myself. Mm-hmm. There's not characters in the MCU right now, any of the new ones they've introduced, where I'm just like, man, I am so attached to them.
That's what I'm saying. It's
like,
not like
two for me in the total MCU right now.
For me, it's only Spider-Man, Wanda, Doctor Strange.
And Spider-Man, Wanda.
Yep. Who else?
I don't really.
I mean, I care about
I do
Hawkeye.
like Vision.
I'm not gonna lie. I fuck with the Guardians too. Like I fuck with Groot and Rocket. That shit
gonna been here.
Like
These guys have been here.
That shit gonna hurt me to see that.
But that's what we're saying though. The Guardians though, they've been here. Wanda's been here. Spider-Man's been. But that's why I also said
they replace these.
There's no one
characters with.
There's no one.
Namor was cool. I'm excited to see Namor moving forward.
Well, let's propose a question like this: Who that they have introduced even has the potential for us that we've seen to even be like, oh, damn? Because I mean, like the writing in She-Hulk wasn't really. If that's our She-Hulk, I mean, cool. And like if that's our Miss Marvel,
is why I said
Iman Vellani. She definitely had cool. I like Iman Vellani.
Iman's cool.
I just think I want to see her in a bigger storyline, just because Miss Marvel wasn't anything crazy outside of the culture aspect.
Mm-hmm. This is why I said it would behoove them, Marvel. It would definitely help them out big time to insert Spider-Man, and that's why they're. I believe that's one of the reasons why they are, because people need a familiar face.
Right.
And Spider-Man is obviously you saw what Spider-Man No Way Home did. You saw what it did on $3 weekend when they re-released it. It still made more than Black Adam.
Yeah.
So, you look at, I'm talking the second weekend made more than Black Adam. You look at what's going on with everything they've got going on with the new heroes they've introduced, and people really not giving a fuck about them. And again, I'm speaking for myself. Spider-Man, you have to throw that familiar face in there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I saw what Pookie said, too, about, Monica, and yes, Gray, we did bring up Rhodey. That's another one. That's another attachment I can say I have. I have an attachment to Rhodey, but
we don't know anything about Rhodey.
We're going to need some new faces that we give a shit about. I mean, we do care about Daredevil, if they can try and get Daredevil in there.
Phase 4 was a complete 2 years, bro. 2 years. 2 years of 19 projects, and I'm not attached to either one of the people you've introduced. I'm not. I'm not attached to. I like Moon Knight comics. I'm not attached to the MCU's Moon Knight. Oscar Isaac was amazing. I thought he did a phenomenal job, bro. Phenomenal job. Iman Vellani, phenomenal job. Miss Marvel, I had fun. Moon Knight, I had fun. She-Hulk, I had fun and then got exhausted. Falcon Winter Soldier, I never had fun. Hawkeye, God, I tried to. What else is there? WandaVision, Loki were great.
Yeah, but which
is that it?
Those are people we had already. But like the people we've named basically are the people we give a damn about, And like Thor, we care about, but Thor's so up in the air right now with what's going on with Chris that, that's another one, and that's. Again, why Marvel has to be like, some of those decisions we made, like in Endgame, really came to bite us in the ass.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't going to be Shuri. It was going to be T'Challa. Like, that would have been, And it was rumored it was not going to be Anthony Mackie. It was going to be T'Challa leading the Avengers.
And I think he would have been there with Carol. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would have been him, Carol, and I just don't know who the third would have been. But I think it would have been him and Carol
probably
for sure.
Thor.
Yeah, probably
Thor.
Probably Thor. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Probably Thor. But, so, I mean, that was winded, obviously. That we but there's only 2 topics today, so we went on that one, but we are gonna, because the people have been commenting since, so we'll touch some of these comments here. But like I said, let us know down below what you guys are thinking. What are your thoughts on what's going to be happening in Avengers 5? Are you comfortable with some of the names we named, or can you come up with better names or names that we didn't name? And what do you think of the 3 leaders of the Avengers team? Being Simu Lee, Shang-Chi, which I don't mind Shang-Chi at all. I think Shang-Chi, I don't know why he's a leader, but
That's what.
I don't know why he's a leader.
Well, because he hasn't done anything with any of them. He literally just had one battle.
By himself, but he literally came in on a meeting.
Yeah, he just met them on a meeting. They're over here trying to get info about the rings. They don't really give a damn about. They don't really give a damn about him. From what I was seeing, they just want to find out about the rings.
Right.
So I'm not sure why he's a leader, but what are you thinking about Simu Lee Shang-Chi? What are you thinking about Anthony Mackie's powerless Sam Wilson being the definitive leader of the Avengers, and any of the names there? Are you thinking that Children's Crusade is going to be adapted like the rumor says with the Agatha and everything else like that? Everything we talked about. What are some of the thoughts that you have? Let us know down below in the comments. Let's hit that chat.
I'll start with the super chat from Grand Regent Thrag. Shout out you again, saying, who would you want to play Doom if you were Feige?
You know what? Before I saw this name come up, I never would have thought this. But I would not mind Jacob Elordi playing. And that, for those, if you don't know Jacob Elordi, that is he plays in Zendaya, Euphoria. He is what's his name?
Oh, is the
motherfucker,
the big jock dude? Oh, Jake.
Is his name Jake?
Jacob?
His real name is Jacob. What's his?
You talking about
Nate
Jacobs?
Yeah,
Honestly,
Nate Jacobs.
I still wouldn't mind Adam Driver. The day we talked about
I was thinking the same thing. I'm not
either
mad
of those.
I wouldn't mind the Adam Driver one.
But I hadn't heard the Nate from Euphoria one.
Well, the only reason when I saw that, there was not a name that was ever on my roster to be Doom.
Yeah, it's pretty random.
But when I saw it with the paragraph they put above his picture, I was like, you know what? That shit kind of makes sense, because Doom is, that
dark, intense,
suave,
yes,
good-looking guy. He's not. When he takes off the mask, Victor is a ladies killer, bro. Like his looks honestly are a part of his personality.
Yes.
Like they feed into some of the things he's able to get away with because he's just a pretty motherfucker.
Yeah,
So I'll tell you what.
Duality played in the show.
You want to hate it? You want to hate a nigga?
Yeah, go watch.
I'll tell you that damn much.
Yeah,
that nigga is hateable in a TV show. My God.
Yeah,
but just like you're saying, he can put the charm on. He's very much, he's a smooth talker. He's a master manipulator. He's kind of like when we talk about the Emperor, where like he's several steps ahead pulling strings.
Yeah.
And even in that show, he's a fucking teenager, like destroying people's lives and like doing like. I'm with you. I wouldn't have thought of that, but honestly, I could see him doing it.
I could see him doing it. He's not like my first choice,
right?
But I could see him doing it, and the reason I like. He's got good acting chops too, because you look at what he did in.
I think he's Australian.
He is Australian. With what that scene in the first season, where him and his dad are having their interaction in his bedroom, and his dad tackles him to the ground, bro. When I first saw that, I said, "Get Jacob a motherfucking Emmy, bro."
Honestly,
the way he
I
was,
said the same shit.
Oh my God, he killed that scene.
Really good,
Yeah. Now, again, he's not like my first choice or anything like that.
Right.
But when I saw his name come up a few weeks ago, I was like, you know what? I could see it. And I'm still with the Adam Driver thing. We did that whole video, on Doom and Adam Driver being rumored to play so many different people, but Doom was one of them.
Gosling was
Yeah,
the only one that
yeah.
did.
God, no Ryan Gosling.
Please no.
But I would say before him, maybe Adam Driver.
Adam Driver would do very well in that.
Adam Driver's a good actor.
He's amazing.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, 7, 8.
Now,
9,
I
9,
want to know what happened to him. And when I say what happened to him, because I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you all.
Adam Driver?
Yeah, hold on.
Lord.
Brother had a
Got my interest.
tough year after Force Awakens, because unless this is like, I don't know, some CGI shit, brother went from being 15 in Force Awakens. And then I'm going to go to The Last Jedi. I'm going to show you a picture of him in The Last Jedi. That's him in Force Awakens. Look how young he looks in Force Awakens. Actually, this picture might have even been the better picture to choose. Now, let's go to The Last Jedi. I think he had a very rough year between that. He just looked different. He just looks different. I hate this fucking shit.
He looked like a president coming out after 8 years.
Yeah, he hate this shit.
Looked weathered. He didn't look bad in House of Gucci though.
No. I'm not saying he looked bad. I'm just saying he
looks older.
He looks older than, because Force Awakens. Every time I watch, well, let me rephrase that. I said every time I watch, as if I watch Force Awakens like that. Every time I see something from Force Awakens and I see him in it, I'm like, why does he? I always ask Henry, why does he looks like he's 15 here? And then in Force Awakens, he looks like he's like 35. I'm like, he aged like 20 years in that one. But I could see Adam Driver doing it too. So what are some of the other questions there?
Johnny Steffen said, yeah, but he needs to be a good actor as well.
Yes, I believe that.
D. Stiesel said Victor should be the same age as Reed.
Do we know what age Reed is going to be?
That's the thing.
We don't know what age Reed is going to be right now.
If he's come from the 60s, I'm kind of feeling like it's like a fairly young teen, seeing how, like, you know,
yeah, I think they're going to be young.
The first Fantastic Four comic was 1961, you know, so those were their early years, were the 60s.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a young team.
So honestly, it makes sense having Nate from Euphoria, because he's younger as well, you know.
Johnny Steffen also said, ew, Christopher Maloney should play Doom. Grand Regent Thrax said Christian Bale would have been a great Doom, I think, before Gore. D. Wade Cinema said y'all never mentioned Blade for either Dynasty or Secret Wars.
That's because I don't think Blade's in either.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Yeah.
Well,
Moon Knight might.
Blade fits in better than Moon Knight, I think.
I take that back. Blade might
at least
be
in Secret Wars. I just don't think
Secret Wars, not King Dynasty.
Yeah, but
not King Dynasty, but
King
Secret
Dynasty,
Wars.
I don't see Moon Knight or Blade in.
Yeah, I could see Blade in Secret Wars, not King Dynasty though. But I could see him in Secret Wars. The only reason I was saying not Secret Wars at first, I wasn't thinking he could be in it though, because if again. This came out last week, but we've been talking about it for months, is that Feige wants to juice it up as big as possible. Marvel's trying to get heavy hitter names. You know, that came out last week. But again, like I said, we've been talking about that for a while. And if that is true, Wesley Snipes is one of those names. Hugh Jackman is one of those names.
Yep.
Ben Affleck's Daredevil is one of those names. Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider is one of those names. If you're going to do what I hope they do, and that is bring in these older guys that have... Let them, I mean, and every single one of them, well, not every single one of them, but a lot of actors that have played heroes in the past have all said, because why wouldn't they? Have all said, I would love to reprise my role. Yeah. If asked, I would love to reprise my role in Secret Wars. Mm-hmm. And, you know, so I think it's a really real thing. Kelsey Grammer even came out.
To be Beast?
Yeah, said, I would love to come back and be Beast.
Yeah.
So, you know, Blade's a possibility in Secret Wars. I did too. I thought he was good.
Mm-hmm. Raymond said, I still think we're getting Midnight Suns, Blade, Moon Knight, and Black Knight in Kang Dynasty, looking for Man-Thing before Kang gets to him.
But see, Midnight Suns in Kang Dynasty. I think we get a Midnight Suns, but we have to look at. That's what I'm saying. We have to look at everything we already know coming before Kang Dynasty. Where do you fit in a Midnight Suns? Do you just throw them in Kang Dynasty? Just have them show up in Kang Dynasty, and then everybody's like, "Well, who the fuck is that?"
That's just a whole
Regular
different
fans
vibe
wise.
too, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I didn't mention Blade for Secret Wars, because I'm thinking to myself, if they do the Midnight Suns, it's not feeding into this. It would be after.
Watch, they're gonna do that video game Midnight Sun shit with its Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and fucking Blade, and
yeah, Midnight Suns I could see as a special, maybe. I could see them obviously in the MCU after their special, but I don't know how I don't see them bringing them in. I just don't. Not right now.
Ricardo said, if you ever seen Nate Jacobs in Euphoria, then you know. He said, oh, Nate can play a villain.
Yeah, he can be a villain.
That's for sure.
The Jinx said, Doom needs a person with gravitas. Gravitas.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't read. Da-da-da-da. Not Again said, my guess is Phase 5 is going to have to go through crazy lengths in writing to bring in strong multiverse characters with the Fantastic Four for help. If they're fighting Kang with the current roster, they are losing.
I agree, bro. That's man, I just don't. And see, I'll let y'all be the negative ones, because I don't. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not. I'm like, bro, with what you're introducing, you're not convincing me that they're taking down Kang.
Right.
And I don't. They don't take down Kang in Kang Dynasty. Like, that's not happening.
Right,
Kang's
right.
gonna win. But
Yeah.
I want to see a good fight.
Yeah.
I want to see that Hawkman Black Adam shit, because that was every time they fought, it was good.
Yep.
Every single time they fought, it was a good fight. So I want to see good fights. That's what I want to see. I want to see good action. I want to see good fights. I want to see these characters somewhat accurately portrayed. Is that too much to ask for as a fan? Am I asking too much?
I don't feel you are.
I might be.
Hungry Almighty said, we're getting Anthony Mackie to lead the Avengers instead of T'Challa. What a downgrade.
Huge downgrade.
The Jinx said, I think America Chavez with her dimensional powers will play a big role in Kang Dynasty.
Yeah, I mean, she could. We put them in there. Didn't we say the Marvels? We said the Marvels on that roster.
We did.
Franchise said, at this point, wouldn't be surprised if they threw in Blank Man or Meteor Man since they not using the comics.
Yeah, since we're talking people with man at the end of their name, my biggest concern was, where the fuck's Molecule Man? Mm-hmm. Is he not the fucking key to Secret Wars? Is he not the ticking bomb that the Beyonders placed strategically? Like, what?
Right.
So what is the bomb? Is there a bomb? Is there no bomb?
I was about to say there must not be, because that but
They might just
Molecule wasn't that Doom too? So it's
Doom figured Molecule Man.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds like they're going a whole new route though. Like, if they don't, no Doom, no Molecule Man.
It is a different route.
It's not even Secret Wars.
They're
like,
not doing. You can't introduce Molecule Man
this fast, this little time. Pookie Wood said that's why Mackie is anti-recast. He wanted the top spot.
That's funny.
That is funny.
Johnny Steffens said, I get the apprehension, but how do we know that this is an amalgamation of 1984 Secret Wars and 2015 Secret Wars?
Oh, it is. It is. So, and the reason...
And some of their own shit.
Yeah, some of their own shit, because when Marvel was purchasing the rights to use these names, to use Secret Wars, to use Kang Dynasty, Eternity Wars, the Multiversal Saga, all that stuff, when they were purchased, New World Order even, when they were purchasing those, it came out that they purchased the rights to Jim Shooter's Secret Wars and Hickman's Secret Wars. So they're adapting both.
Right.
But again, with the plot leak,
they're doing their own damn thing.
it ain't Doom.
Sure.
It's not like
It's
Doom is in
neither
the
of them.
original Secret Wars, and he is the main guy in Hickman's. And with Ultron coming back.
That shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like with Ultron, the rumors of Ultron coming back and everything like that, I had this was after I had already read that Doom wasn't coming till Phase 7, but I was thinking to myself, okay, so are you going to have Ultron? Because Ultron was reprogrammed. Doom reprogrammed Ultron in the original Secret Wars with Jim Shooter. So is it going to...
But I mean, we're supposed to be getting Ultron
Is
back.
Kang doing that? That's what they say. Is Kang going to do that?
That's my thing, though. I feel like we're just going to have some point of multiple villains, though. Like, even if it's not big... I mean, but Ultron's still a big villain.
We have to have multiple villains because that's how Secret Wars.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't. But that was my point I was trying to make earlier. It's like I don't know who the fuck they're bringing in.
That leads me to my next question. Are we doing Battle World even at that point?
Right.
Are we even doing Battle World at that point? Because it's like
trying to stop one big ass incursion. Is that what it's going to be?
If they do that and they call it Secret Wars, come on, dude. That's selling us a fucking lemon, dude.
Yeah, bro.
That's fucking Morbius level shit.
Yeah,
like,
that
that's
really
not
is.
okay.
It really is Morbius
Dude,
level
at that
shit.
point, we're storming Marvel.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
we're going January
First
6th
ticket
style. Smearing shit
No, that's definitely
on Kevin
thinking
Feige's desk.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
definitely
not
thinking
okay.
little.
Because
That is
I'm like,
bait and switch.
it's a huge bait and switch because you think about Battle World, you think, in Battle World, we've talked about this, there are different kingdoms in Battle World. Mr. Sinister is one of the, rulers of one of the different kingdoms.
Yeah. Doom is
I mean, we should be getting Thanos back.
Yeah.
Should be getting King Thanos with the ride and everything, how they introduced that.
We should be getting Thanos.
Did Dr. Octopus have one too?
Who else had a kingdom in?
Did Red Skull?
Don't get me lying. I think Red Skull did.
I want to say he did, and I don't know if I feel like Dr. Octopus had one too.
I think Red Skull did.
I think Red Skull did too.
But yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, there's a bunch that needs to be like we've been talking about it like it's far off, but like you were saying,
It's really not.
to do everything that they've got to do before then, introduce who they need to introduce before then.
I'm a tad bit.
I'm a little apprehensive too.
Yeah. What's next?
Raymond said, I think that's a special before Kang died. I forgot what we're talking about there. He said, remember, Man-Thing has or protects the nexus of all realities.
That is true. That is true. That is true. That is damn true.
Dougie Fresh said they couldn't even beat Thanos with that last line.
No.
Let me scroll up a little back to where I was. Pookie Woods said WandaVision and Monica for me. Talking about just the ones that characters.
Yeah.
Franchise said, nah, it's Marvel. Just throw variants, everything back to normal or Skrull Gang.
Yeah, Skrulls.
Sidebar question. How does Ty Valentine said, how does Doom fare against the strongest of the DC?
The strongest? Not great.
No, not any different than any of the other Marvel characters. The strongest of DC. I mean, unless we're talking Emperor God,
right?
Doom,
yeah, then we're getting into new territory.
Then the nigga's really up there.
Yeah,
base level Doom with the higher powers of DC. I'm still not too sure Doom is.
No. I'm thinking of people. No.
Just
going through the list. No,
I wasn't even gonna go through the list because I'm just. And look, we're talking base.
He doesn't get washed.
No.
No, I mean he's one of the more powerful Marvel heroes, especially.
But if we talk God Emperor Doom, that's when he starts actually.
That's when he can,
beating them niggas and fucking with them and shit. So
Yeah.
Not again. 90 said, I'm with them as well. I need Doom tied to Fantastic Four. I don't want to imagine the team without him, to be honest.
I feel the same.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that too.
Franchise said Doom coming in Green Ranger suit, surprised by Nate Moore.
I saw that one earlier.
Dougie Fresh said, I used to stay away from leaks, but I don't really care anymore, and I enjoy listening to you guys too much to turn away. I appreciate that.
We appreciate that.
It's actually how I got into hearing leaks from listening to you guys before I was on here, because I always avoided them and wanted to be surprised.
I've never been one to avoid leaks because they don't change my excitement. I mean, think about it. I saw Henry Cavill Superman before I saw it in theater, and I acted as if I hadn't seen it. So it doesn't really. Those don't.
It's
really,
just something about seeing it on that big screen.
That's what it is. That's why I went and saw Black Adam, because I needed to see that on the big screen.
Dougie Fresh also said that they're already fumbling Doom and we haven't even seen him.
I feel that one.
Sad.
Raymond said, "Here's the hope, Darius. There are multiple Secret Wars stories. Are we sure that this is the big 2015 one? People just took that and ran with it."
So
I mean, like we've said,
yeah, it's a mixture. So that was, I'm sure he asked that before I said that, but yeah, it's a mixture of
because I'm scrolling back up to the later
of
ones.
Jim Shooter's and Hickman's.
There are probably some newer ones down here I can get to. Last ones before we get to that next one. Let's see. I think I already read that one. Franchise said all theories could be great movies. Unfortunately, depends on who directs and what characters are introduced.
Yep.
DC Diesel said without them, X-Men and Fantastic Four in the mix, it's slim pickings in the top tier hero roster.
Where are you?
I scrolled back to the bottom, kind of middle bottom-ish.
Okay.
Raymond 2000 said Ultron is coming back, so this is basically Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Ultron
was a slight rumor that I've read online. Potential.
Ultron is either coming back, if the rumor's true, either coming back in Vision Quest or Armor Wars.
I mean, it just makes sense with all the fucking what if shit they did with him too.
Right.
Yeah, Ultron's in one of those. In one of those is when he's supposed to be coming back.
I'd love to have James Spader's voice back.
I would love to. Yeah.
I loved him as Ultron.
The Jinx said, "What are the chances?" My fault. What are the chances that a version of Thanos will return for Secret Wars? Very likely.
High.
I think
very likely.
Yeah.
Very high. And I hope with some type of version of the Cabal.
I hope it's still Brolin as well.
Cable.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
And then we have Deadpool.
Well, would that be Brolin playing Thanos and Cable?
That's what I'm saying. That's
you take it back to the kind of beginning stages of our channel when we were getting like 6 views a video. That was one of the video we did. It was because the rumor had come out that Josh Brolin would be donning.
They're talking about bringing
Cable
Deadpool
and
into the MCU. Yep.
Yeah,
really?
he'll be playing.
We did make a video. I could scroll back and find that. Franchise said, watch some random character does something good, then boom, 616 heroes and villains versus other Earth heroes and villains. We will all be like, what the fuck?
You know, this wasn't in the plot leak, but I've seen this theory going around, not just from just regular people, but from other insiders, that Kang could possibly be assembling a multiversal version of the Avengers to fight Earth's 199 heroes, because in Marvel Comics, 616 heroes are, I've said this, the best of them.
Yes.
You know, they're supposed to be the best of them. So he could be assembling a multiversal team to fight them. I don't know. Then why have an army? But I don't know what. I don't know. That's not in the plot leak. That's just one of the things going around. But it's not in the plot leak.
Raymond said, do we think Mantis might have a role in Kang Dynasty? Because in the comics, Mantis is the celestial Madonna Kang was after. Also adds in that Doom in regular form would get embarrassed by the higher DCs.
Yeah, the higher.
And then the Jinx said,
Mantis,
Doom
maybe.
with prep time and magic and science can beat any DC character. He beat the Beyonder. So I wouldn't say any DC character.
Who said that one?
The Jinx.
The Beyonder. He did take out the Beyonder.
He did. I think
But
Doom
didn't
is
the
nasty.
Beyonder, allow him to, though? In a way? Like, it was part of the...
No, he took them motherfuckers out. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I thought he took them out, though. I don't think it was a...
I don't... You said...
I'm thinking of the Spider-Man one.
You said
From the
motherfuckers.
animated
Oh,
series.
yeah.
They did that in the Spider-Man
That's what you're talking about,
series.
the animated series. Yeah. Which wasn't bad.
Was not.
Which was not bad. It was actually pretty great.
Very good.
And
Let's
then
get them writers.
DC Diesel said regular Doom is basically a cross between Tony Stark and Doctor Strange. Cleve said they about to make Doom a female. Watch.
Oh, no.
I don't think so. DC Diesel, Doom equals intellect, science, and magic.
I see official EMG. I see you there. I said you sent that DM. Yeah, I saw it when I was prepping for the show, so I wasn't able to get back with you, but I'm going to get with you when I get off tonight.
See, I wasn't going to read that because it's just a DM. Figured you'd get to that. Kenny Pierce said, only spoilers I avoid are for video games. And then Johnny Steffen also said Doom's been fumbled. Grand Regent Thrag said, y'all underestimating Doom. His genius level and knowledge of science and sorcery is crazy.
Yeah, no,
he's powerful.
I'm
It's
definitely
just,
on Doom,
you know
the
how
Doom
big
train.
The bads are in DC.
I was about to say, that's the same thing said for all the DC niggas we argue about all the time.
I'm throwing it again. Spectre. What does he do with Spectre? No one answered that yesterday. Not in the chat. Yeah. No one answered that. Like, what? I didn't, and I wasn't saying anyone specific. I just said, I'm giving Spectre, put any Marvel character, like, what are they doing with him? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Like, he could put you in an endless loop of nightmares if he wanted to, and that's just one thing he could. I mean, and that's and then when I say that's one thing he can do, that's like a. Yeah. That's like him saying, "Leave me alone."
I was about to say,
that's like
I was about to say that shit is slight, nigga.
Dr. Fate used in Black Adam. We're like, why are you doing the multiply yourself shit again? And why do you keep taking that damn helmet off? Like, that's even how it works in the first place. Like,
like that's even how it works in the first place. Like, what the fuck?
It was so weird. When they
you don't take off the fucking Fate helmet at will.
Yeah. It's not a motorcycle helmet.
Oh, fuck. Oh, they hoed him so bad.
Puts it on.
Yeah, they hoed him so bad.
It was so weird.
Raymond said, Ultron returning in Armor Wars makes sense.
Nabu ain't going for that shit.
And Dougie Fresh said, give us a more menacing Ultron, please. Yeah, I hope we get the Ultron.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
What if?
I was just saying, I hope we get a more menacing Ultron.
Yeah.
Cleve said we gotta get Star-Lord, T'Challa, and Secret Wars.
I'd like that.
I would like that too. I really would. Now see, I know I've been saying I don't really, but I would like that one. That one I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind that one.
Franchise said Ultron as surprise villain learns about multiverse from Kang, which causes issues with both worlds. Get the Infinity Gauntlet that causes the Doom introduction.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would work.
Johnny Steffen said, I think Ultron is the pinnacle of mediocrity and is associated with a trash film, so don't bring Ultron.
Tell us how you really feel.
I really like Age of Ultron.
I respect your opinion, but I'm not going to lie. The only What If episode I liked was Ultron. Just from seeing what Marvel, not what Marvel, but what the MCU could actually do with Ultron if they really fucking wanted to.
Yeah, really flexed it.
That nigga is nasty.
Yeah.
Countering Spectre with Eternity. Okay. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Not
Eternity from Love and Thunder.
Hell no.
Not where he's
fucking
wishing stone.
Not that fucking statue, no. D. Steele said, I think they gave Ultron a big what if storyline because they realized they goofed in live action. They didn't goof. I mean,
I thought
Ultron,
what
people are saying, they don't like it, Age of Ultron, I guess.
Ultron is obviously
compared
he's not.
To what the comics
yes, he's obviously nowhere close to the comic Ultron, like at all.
But how many characters in the MCU say that about? You know.
Ricardo said, so does Peter still have a bit of Ego's ability in him, or what?
I
don't think so. I thought it all left when.
Did
when
it?
Ego
Maybe
died.
so. Maybe so. Shit, that was a weird chill. I'm not sure. Maybe he is. Didn't it leave when Ego?
That's how I took it in Guardians 2.
I don't think he does anymore.
I don't think he does either.
Because we sure didn't see him use it. Where's Guardians 2 on the timeline? It's before Endgame.
It's before Endgame, yeah.
Yeah, nah. because he would have
Yeah,
he would have done that when he was like, all right, everybody chill the F out.
Where is Gamora? I'll do you one better. Who's Gamora?
Right there, he'd have blasted him.
My favorite is he's like, when Doctor Strange is like, what master do you serve? What am I supposed to say?
Jesus?
That entire scene, that entire interaction with all of them.
Wait, you're from Earth?
Great.
I'm from Missouri. Yeah, that's on Earth.
I love that entire scene.
And like we were saying earlier, written like they were written in
Yes,
Guardians.
yes.
Yeah.
I that entire, like, Doctor Strange telling
When are we watching the special? I'm itching.
which special?
We still
the Guardian
Christmas
special. Oh, anytime.
We gotta do that.
Yeah, we do.
We gotta like maybe next week decide one of the days and we'll do that.
Yeah.
'Cause I've been wanting to watch it really bad.
The scene with Strange and Spider-Man when he goes, Doctor Strange, he goes, oh, we're using
They're using our made-up names.
Yeah.
I'm Spider.
Yeah, 'cause I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah, bro. Good days in MCU. Good days.
Dougie Fresh said, as much as I don't care for What If Ultron was a highlight in that show.
Oh, bro.
Oh, yeah.
If you've been here when I was shitting on What If,
Two things about What If that I very much enjoyed
What
was
If.
Doctor Strange and Ultron.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not a
Doctor
fan
Strange
of the
episode
What
was
If
good.
comics, so that might be a hot take. I know there are a lot of big fans of the What If comics. I'm not a fan of the What If comics. I said when What If dropped, what if we put our money towards something different? What if we did a different project? Like, why are we doing What If? Because What If had no ramifications toward the MCU at all. Like I thought.
Yeah.
I thought the Doctor Strange episode was going to feed into Multiverse of Madness.
So did I.
I thought that whole
We got Captain Carter. That was about it.
but it's not even the same Captain
Not
Carter.
even the same. It's just in the middle.
And I mean, things could still play out, moving on forward with things going on with Kang. We could see Uatu, the Watcher. We could see him show up, and I don't know.
We did kind of see What If Strange though in that one where there was
Sinister
the
Strange?
incursion.
Yeah.
And they had their
Yeah.
music fight.
A little wee bit.
But,
I know people
but it
love
was
that
nothing
music
but, like,
fight. I
little
hated
nods.
that.
There were just
I-
little nods that
Dick.
they did to
Yeah.
the What Ifs.
Yeah.
I think I
not
looked
fully
at you
doing
at some
anything.
point during that shit, and I was just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah, I
Are
It seemed
you?
like something in a Pixar movie.
I deadass looked at this shit, and I was like, "This Disney ass fucking scene."
Yeah.
oh yeah, that
Dude,
that
it's like
scene.
Fantasia.
That I'm
yeah,
sitting here
I did
watching
not
these
like it.
niggas throw musical notes. I was sitting there, this Disney ass movie.
Yeah,
and then
it was-
immediately after he gets impaled on a fence. So it was like, it was a
Yeah,
quick
bro,
change.
And then it's like the fucking sharp ass notes too. It's
Yes.
You said don't.
I'm not gonna lie though, I was on so many milligrams.
Like the
though, it
nigga
was
just
pretty heat
fucked
when
up
I
his
was seeing
keys
it.
on the
When I
piano,
was seeing
just-
it at IMAX. I was like,
I'm watching that shit like
It was strange handwork for me. He was.
yeah.
I'll be sitting there, I'm trying to finger tut like that, nigga just be sitting there like, bro, I don't know how this nigga be doing that shit.
got some finger
And his hand's
dexterity.
supposed to be fucked up too,
I
and
know,
he's just
dude.
over here.
I feel like they've gotten away from that. They've just decided that now actually his hands are good.
They show him every time they hold Christine's little watch. They make sure to show him fucking shaking a little bit.
But only then, or when he decides to not tie his own tie.
Yeah, bro.
was
Other than
cool,
that,
though.
it is cool. But other than
And then
that,
nigga
I
just
feel like
jumps out the fucking
Oh,
window.
just-
That shit was dope as fuck.
dope. When
That
he
was
pulled
dope.
that, the way he
That
was
shit
probably one of
was
the
clean.
coolest superhero intros.
Yeah.
Within the MCU.
That nigga
so
just
far. That
jumped
shit was
out and
dope.
fuck. That shit was tough
Yeah.
as fuck.
For me, number one is still Thor's entrance into Wakanda.
Infinity
but-
War.
Yes.
But when he pulled that fucking cape out of his top pocket,
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was clean.
I was like, damn,
Yeah.
that was clean.
That was.
Clean.
Ricardo said he's with you on the What If comics are a snooze fest.
Wait, say it one more time.
Ricardo said he's with you. The What If comics are a snooze fest.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, bro. No.
Johnny Stephen said, I mean, Josh Whedon is not a good writer, so maybe that's why I dislike Sassy Ultron. Josh Whedon isn't a good writer?
Depends what Whedon does. I hated Justice League.
True.
You'll
Yeah,
never
that's
convince
true.
me Justice League is good.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And
Fair.
nah. Bro, the first Justice League film, live action film, and that's what and at the end of the film, Superman and Flash race.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind. That happens in the comics and things like that. I don't mind that. But I was just like, first of all, the film just sucked. Just ass.
Yeah, it just wasn't.
Just ass. That's why they're getting the reboot, because it's ass.
Raymond said, yeah, that movie was so disappointing. It was madness of the multiverse. It was snippets of the multiverse. What the hell is a universe made out of paint?
Fair.
Man, that music fight was so Sam Raimi. I'm a huge Raimi fan, so that whole movie was up my alley. Hey,
Yeah, that
to each his own.
that music scene was
Wanda
there was
was
a lot of I love.
I mean, it was
Wanda
creative, but I just didn't enjoy the
I
scene.
loved Wanda. Yeah, one of the things I remember. Yeah, we're about to jump into the reboot real quick. I remember when we were talking Wanda for Multiverse of Madness. I remember I said because me and Cody were arguing about if Wanda's the villain or she's not going to be the villain.
I almost want to pop that kid.
And
Some of the funniest.
and yeah, because
Bro, we're sitting here watching this fucking movie, bro, and as soon as this fucking bitch Wanda snaps her fingers to have the little scene
garden
change or whatever to like
Yeah.
show she's in a hex or whatever, Darius just looking for Cody. He's like, I fucking told you.
I told
Cody,
them. I
told you, Cody.
I texted in the group text. I said I told you that
fucking
shit.
told
He
you.
was saying that she wasn't gonna be.
Yeah, I was like, Cody, in what universe is she not?
So fucking funny.
I was like,
Yeah.
in what universe is she not the villain?
Yeah.
And then I was like, I told him, I said, I guarantee you, the scene we see her talking to Strange in the little garden, and this was before I had even seen the scene. Or before I had seen the movie. I said, I guarantee you, that scene, that's an illusion, bro. She's gonna be like, oh, psych.
Yeah.
Like, cause she's already. That's one thing I'd never understood about people that were saying, oh, Wanda's not the villain. What do you mean? Like, at the end of WandaVision, the bitch was studying
Yeah.
the Darkhold.
Right. Yeah.
Like, she was doing shit. She astral projected herself.
Yeah.
Her astral projection was still doing, like, her physical body was doing shit
Yes.
while her astral projection self was studying the Darkhold. Like, that was some. Yeah, bro. I was like, no, she's definitely the villain. She's definitely gonna fuck everyone.
And then even the way it ended, we heard her boys.
Yeah, the boys saying,
like,
"Mom,
we
help!"
knew-
And the look on her
We
face.
knew what she was coming for.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, nah. Anybody that thinks Wanda wasn't gonna be the villain, that's what I did that whole solo video over it, explaining how she's the villain. I was like, I hate to rain on parades, but this is how she's the villain.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's hit what is going on with the DCEU. Or DCU, I'm sorry. Got to drop that E.
Yeah, no more E.
So, let's see. Let me pull that up on you guys' end too, so you guys can see that. Now, this news dropped yesterday. So it dropped yesterday. We were getting questions about it in the chat yesterday. I had also told everyone yesterday that I saw it, but I didn't really read deep into it. So I needed to go read. Excuse me. I needed to go read the article, and then be ready to come in and accurately kind of tell what's going on. So the studios and the insiders, they have a relationship. Like whenever because Deadline put out in an article yesterday. This was yesterday. So yesterday also, let me rewind a little bit. Yesterday also, you might remember, for those of everybody that was in the chat, if you were here yesterday, you might remember I read what Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson tweeted, and that was the whole. I mean, let me go to the tweets just so I can read that again for you guys. He tweeted yesterday, basically giving facts of what Black Adam made, and he said, "Waited to confirm with franchisers before I shared this excellent Black Adam news. Our film will profit between 52 million and 72 million. 72 million. Fact." At almost 400 million worldwide, almost. We are building our new franchise step by step. First Captain America did 370 mil. Why he said, for the DC future. So, anyway, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson also put in his, in that article he did with Deadline, the article that Deadline covered at least, he was talking about how they're working on Black Adam 2. It's in production. He also said a Hawkman film is in production. He also said he was doing some weird fucking math. Some math that wasn't mathin', and said that Black Adam's going to make this and it's going to do that and it's going to do that. Black Adam, and I'm okay. I said this, and Trey argued me down, bro. Not just Trey, people at my job. Cody, I work with Cody. For those people that are always asking, where's Cody? I work with Cody. Cody used to be on the show. Cody and Alex work with me, and I hope Cody's watching. Cody and Alex work with me at the lab, and we were talking about Black Adam, and I told them, just like I told Trey, Black Adam is not gonna do what everyone thinks it is. Now, that's not me saying I don't love Black Adam, because I thought it was a good film. I've said that so many times. I thought I've seen it more than I've seen Wakanda Forever once. I've seen Black Adam 4 times.
Oh, have you?
I've seen it 4 times. No, only once in theaters, but I've seen it 4 times. Because I think it's a fun film. Hell, I loved it. It was fun. It was action filled. It was great. But as I always said, it was never.
No.
It was never doing the numbers as much as Dwayne The Rock Johnson advertised it, right. And he did. I've never seen a actor advertise a film the way that he did. Right. He advertised the hell out, and I give him his props.
Yeah.
But where he messed up, and I hate to even say this, where Henry Cavill messed up, and where Gal Gadot, however you say her name, where she messed up, was that they were trying to put. What has Dwayne been doing this entire time? The hierarchy of the DCEU is going to change. That's what he kept saying. Mm-hmm. And I don't think we have to read between the lines now. Now, then I was looking at it face value. I was looking at it like he's talking about Black Adam. He wasn't talking about Black Adam. He was talking about DC is about to change, and I'm here to make that shit change. And anybody that had followed Dwayne's tweets or the marketing for this film know what he was saying before the film even came out. He was pushing heavy for it. He was pushing the advertisement, pushing hard for it. But at the same time, he was like, he even changed the Snyder fans were complaining about the Steppenwolf that showed up in the little montage, DC montage they showed. He went in, told them to take that Steppenwolf out. They took him out. He tweeted fixed. Because Dwayne, and that's, remember,
problem solved.
I'm telling you, bro.
Problem solved, guys.
I asked this. I asked when before the film came out. I was saying, is it just me, or is The Rock like controlling DC right now? Like, that was the conversation that we were having before the film came out.
Yeah.
And the reason being is just because how he inserted himself. You know, he was the one pushing for Henry to come back. Yeah. It wasn't. This is news to us now, bro. This is news. For those of you that might have thought Henry Cavill sat down with DC, had a conversation with David Zaslav, none of that shit ever happened. There was no meeting with David Zaslav. This was essentially The Rock trying to stage a coup on DC. That's how I look at it. I look at him, and I like The Rock. I like The Rock. Mm-hmm. I like his Black Adam. But I think this was him basically because he lied, bro. This is the Morbius shit all over. Yeah. You lied. You had nothing. You even Henry Cavill. Oh God, it's cringy now to go back because I watched the video he did. I watched the video where he came back and was like, news. I don't have to hold this in anymore. I'm Superman. I'm back. He even was asked in a podcast. I forget the podcast. I forget the podcast he was asked in, but he was asked in a podcast. What can you tell us about Man of Steel 2? He went on to say there's not really much I can tell you. You want to know why he said that? Because there was nothing.
There's nothing in development.
He hasn't
signed nothing yet.
There was never anything in development. Man of Steel 2 was never announced by Warner Brothers or DC. No. It was we all ran with it like we typically do. We all ran with the insiders and what they were saying because at that time, what they were tweeting and what they were saying, it was like, okay, this is what's going on. This is moving forward in the new DCU. But no, that's not going on anymore. Now, to make matters even worse, like I said yesterday, you had it come out that DC is rebooting or canceling certain things. They're canceling Wonder Woman 3. I didn't enjoy Wonder Woman 2. I feel for Patty Jenkins. I feel for her because she can't catch a break.
No.
Rogue Squadron canceled, and I doubt that they're bringing it back. It's Lucasfilm. I know they're not bringing it back.
Yeah.
Patty Jenkins canceled with Rogue Squadron. Patty Jenkins Wonder Woman 3 canceled. So she is done there. Then you've got again Henry Cavill. He's not Superman. As much as, and everybody knows I'm a huge Henry Cavill fan as Superman. This brother left The Witcher because he believed he was going to be Superman again.
Yeah.
He's not Superman. Now, these things could change. Because I'm going to read James Gunn's tweet. I'm going to read what James Gunn tweeted out this morning. But as it stands right now, he's not Superman. As it stands right now, Jason Momoa is not Aquaman. Jason Momoa is likely going to be Lobo. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, which I prefer. Yeah. We talked about this a couple weeks ago with that, let's go back to this. A couple weeks ago, Jason Momoa posted that Instagram video where he was like, this is the most exciting news I've ever gotten. The Maestro did the chef's kiss thing and everything like that. I think
even James Gunn posted the Lobo comic and tagged them.
Yeah, and James Gunn, so I think that they've had conversations that he's going to be Lobo moving forward. I think Gal's done. Zachary Levi Shazam it's done. That's done. That needs to be done.
I'm cool with that, yeah.
But that's done. Let's see who else. After The Flash, and again, I'm going to read some of this.
This is coming from, right? That's my assumptions from Flashpoint.
Yes. Well, yes. No. Yes and no. Because from my understanding, again, I'm going to read James Gunn's tweet here. But from my understanding, everything after The Flash, that's it. Like, that's the old DC.
And then just starting fresh.
Yeah, and they're rebooting. They're starting fresh. They're rebooting everything. Now, again, I'm going to read his tweet because earlier the whole thing was they're rebooting everything. But after he tweeted what he tweeted, maybe not. Maybe they're not rebooting everything. But, with all the drama that's been going on with DC, with all the who the fuck's Batman in DC, with 10 years of no Superman in DC, with DC films and being lackluster and nobody anticipating DC films, it's not a surprise if they reboot.
Are we getting the Joker too?
Yes.
Here's the
only thing I give a fuck about.
Here's what I'll say.
That's outside of DCU.
Fale Abdu is still going to happen. I think that's still going to happen. The question is, because I've seen people saying like,
about Rob Pat?
That's still, people have been saying, I think that still happens. Does it? Does it?
Does Rob Pat still happen?
Does it still happen? And the reason I say does it still happen is because you've got what's currently going on in the DCU. One of the things I just mentioned was who the fuck's Batman? Yeah. That's one of the things that everyone's asking. I was never on board with Keaton's old ass coming back. I love Michael Keaton. I thought
it was weird.
But originally, that's one of the complaints. If you go back to some of our Flash DC videos, I said that. Why is he not playing Thomas Wayne in the Flashpoint? Why is he playing Bruce? Never made sense to me. Never made sense to me.
Why is it? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I was just like, well, okay, whatever. But I never wanted Michael Keaton to be the main Batman moving forward like they originally planned. That's another thing. Ben Affleck, not an Aquaman anymore. Michael Keaton, not an Aquaman anymore. That's how, again, because they're erasing this shit. They're like, they looked at this shit. James Gunn looked at this shit and said, hell no. Him and Peter Safran just went to Aspen and had a retreat, basically, where they were planning things out. Yeah. So, I don't think that, that too. Henry Cavill's Superman, that was confirmed by Deadline. That was rumored originally, and we talked about it, but it was confirmed by Deadline. He did film a post-credit scene for The Flash. It may and may not be used. Mm-hmm. So it's really interesting. But I'll let me jump here really quick to this.
I disagree with everyone in the chat saying Joker 2 need to be canceled.
What? No,
I personally strongly disagree.
Let me see.
Robert Pattinson, cancel it. Don't care. Oh, I mean, if it came down to it, and I gotta choose one of them.
Okay, so Gal tweeted 2 days ago and said, and this is why, again, I've kind of put some of this on her too. I hate to do that, but I really do. Some of you might be saying, like, how are you putting this on like Gal and Henry and Dwayne? Because they were trying to stage a fucking coup. Mm-hmm. They were, bro. They were. Like her tweeting this, I think this was her talking. I don't know, bro. I don't know. These are just my thoughts. Mm-hmm. I think this is her, she was talking behind the scenes with Dwayne. She was talking behind the scenes with Henry, because we know that Henry and Dwayne have Dwayne's ex-wife is Henry's manager. Mm-hmm. that was one of the main things that, you know, people were saying, oh, he's going to be able to get her or get him back in because of the relationship that he already has with Henry Cavill, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. So I'm sure these three have been talking because Dwayne has been trying to change the hierarchy of the DCU for a while, since he's been talking about it, since 2007. So when she tweeted this was them trying to get the fans, and I feel what they're doing. The same way I get what they're doing, trying to get the fans involved. She was trying to prove a point with this tweet. Like, you're getting rid of me, but let me show you how many people love me as Wonder Woman. Because she tweeted out and said, a few years ago, it was announced that I was going to be playing Wonder Woman. I've been so grateful for the opportunity to play such an incredible, iconic character, and more than anything, I'm grateful for you, the fans. Can't wait to share her next chapter with you. That was 2 days ago. Gal knew then. I don't care what you say. Gal knew then. She was done. She knew then. She tweeted that out to show, like, no. Like, I'm sure Dwayne and them they're still trying to figure all this out. Like, how can we stay? I don't think there's going to be a Black Adam 2. I don't think he's going to remain as Black Adam. Sorry, I don't see it anymore. And the reason I don't see it is when we get into this article, yeah, the hierarchy of DC changed. It changed. Yeah. It changed with James Gunn. So let's read what James Gunn said before I jump into the article. James Gunn said, so, as for the story yesterday in The Hollywood Reporter, that's what we're going to read here in a minute. Some of it is true. Some of it is half true. Some of it is not true. And some of it we haven't decided if it's true or not. So when he's yeah, I know, that's what I said. I was like, okay, but when that's what I'm saying. You
just said nothing.
But when he said that, I was thinking to myself on the half true part. I'm like, okay, is the whole reboot half true? Mm-hmm. Is it like the reboot, like the entire reboot? Is that the half truth? Like you're gonna reboot some things, but some things are gonna stay. Could that be the half truth?
Right.
Or could it, in some of the things that are not true, could the not true be like they are not getting rid of, you know, some of these characters or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then the stuff they haven't decided if it's true or not, I believe, is the cameo with Henry. If Henry's going to continue to be Superman, even though I don't think he is. So I just don't think so. I think it's an entirely new roster we're going to get. Entirely new roster. But I've seen some people saying, oh, yeah, you know, Lobo, that's great. Lobo is great. Mm-hmm. They're not, but I've seen some people saying that's a great way to start the DC. Listen, you can't build the DC universe off of the back of Lobo. I'm sorry.
Well, no,
you can't. You can't build it off the back of Lobo.
What are the two names we've been saying? Batman and Superman.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You can throw Wonder Woman in there right behind.
It needs to be the mainstays.
Yes.
You need to have your Aquaman. You need to have your Wonder Woman. You need to have Flash. You need to have Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, Superman,
yes.
Batman. Boom.
Yes.
To start it.
At least we're getting that series, unless that's changed.
I don't know if that's changed.
Is that changed
either.
now? But
I don't know. I don't know. But let me. I'll jump into what they were saying. Well, actually, let me see here. This is what James Gunn also said. This, although the first month at DC has been fruitful, building the next 10 years of stories takes time, and we're still just beginning. Peter and I chose to helm DC Studios, knowing we were coming into a fractious environment, a very fractured environment. Yeah. Both in the stories being told, and the audience itself, and there would be an unavoidable transition period as we moved into telling a cohesive story across film, TV, animation, and gaming. As you know, that came out too. That he said that they're going to connect the games to everything. They're going to connect. Everything's going to connect. They want to be like Marvel. Mm-hmm. Then he said, but in the end, the drawbacks of that transition period were dwarfed by the creative's possibilities and the opportunity to build upon what has worked in DC so far and to help rectify what has not. Then he went on to say, we know we are not going to make every single person happy every step of the way, but we can promise everything we do is done in the service of the story. I like that. And the service of the DC characters. And that's in caps lock. We know you cherish and we have cherished our whole lives. And the last thing he said was, as for more answers about the future of the DCU, I will sadly have to ask you to wait. We are giving these characters and the stories the time and attention they deserve, and we ourselves still have a lot more questions to ask than answer. As I've said so many times, anytime we talk about DC or whatever, but now that we are officially possibly half-truths or whatever's true, getting a reboot, I've said this last time we talked about DC. I think I've said this almost every time we've talked about a DC reboot. Please, for the love of God, have an already established Justice League.
Yes, yeah.
Have an already established league. Yes.
We know how they got together. We're all good.
Yeah, and when I say, and I've said this, when I say an already established league, I want that Justice League Unlimited type of feel.
Yes.
You don't got to show all of the rosters of everybody that's on the league, but you need to have the main ones that I just named.
Yes.
Have those main ones,
Yes.
but have it established that they are a part of a wider Justice League. It's not just those 8.
Right, yeah.
And have them dealing with whatever, threat it may be. But I hope they're already established. I don't want it to be this whole, let's build to them. God, no, that would take the whole 10-year plan, building to them. I don't want to build to them.
Implied supporting cast, too, of, like not those main characters of Justice League. All that does, too, is lend itself to having more HBO Max shows and, like, series like that they can flesh out some of those characters to then later on actually appear in some of these movies.
Yeah, that's true too. I agree with you. That may be doing that. And also, what was it? I'm sure people over at Marvel or people at DC are looking over at Marvel, like James Gunn and Peter Safran are probably. James Gunn, he knows how Marvel operates. I mean, hell, he's in the system.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that he's looked over there, and other people in the DC franchise have looked over at Marvel and like, how did they have a terrible, by some standards, a terrible Phase 4, but their projects were still ranking $500, $600, $700, $800 million. Whereas we have Black Adam, who we marketed the shit out of, and it barely hitting 400 mil. And
it's because of what Marvel's established since 2008.
It's for sure what they've established.
And DC's established something as well. It's just they've established mediocrity.
Yeah.
And
Shazam's not hitting 800 mil.
No.
As much as I love Sholo. I love him in Cobra Kai. That was where I first introduced him, was Cobra Kai. I think that might have been his first thing that he did was Cobra Kai. He's the main character in Cobra Kai. I love Sholo, and I love that he's going to be playing Jaime Reyes. I love Blue Beetle. We got our first, the poster. We saw the set leak photos a couple months back. I'm excited for Blue Beetle. But, again, I'm just keeping it honest. Maybe if DC had an established reputation like Marvel does, but DC's reputation is not like Marvel's right now.
No.
Maybe Blue Beetle would have done something big in the box office. Unfortunately, it's not.
Right.
Unfortunately, it's not. What does that mean for Blue Beetle? I don't think that means anything for Blue Beetle. I don't think that Blue Beetle is affected by what's going on, because I think that's a character that they really do want to use. So I don't think that Blue Beetle is going to be affected. But sadly, it still falls into that lackluster box office that it's just not going to do that great. So like I said, I'm excited to see Jaime Reyes. I'm excited to see Sholo play that role. But I just don't think it's going to do with that thing. But I'll jump here really quick to what they're saying here in the article. Okay, let's read it. Sources say that Jenkins recently submitted her treatment co-written with Geoff Johns, and that Gunn and Safran, as well as Warner Brothers Pictures co-chairs and co-CEOs Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abdi, broke the news to the filmmaker, telling her the project, as it stood, did not fit with the new but still unfolding plans. Jenkins directed and co-wrote the previous 2 movies starring Gal Gadot. Is it Gadot or Gadot?
Gadot.
Gal Gadot. And released in 2017 and 2020. No decisions has been made about next steps. Actually, I believe they reached out to Jenkins and asked her told her that they are willing to still do Wonder Woman 3. This is why I think he said some things are true, some things are not true, something about that they are willing to still do Wonder Woman 3, but they wanted her to redo it. She, from my understanding, she told them to fuck off. And I would have too. You want me to redo it?
Yeah.
Fuck you. I'm not redoing. I just redid it. Like, I'm not redoing this. I'm not doing this again. Yeah. So I for her, if she did, if that's true, if she did tell, because I think the thing is and we know she turned it down. Then it says while costs are not a factor, insiders say that DC Studios will not have any overbearing some financial restrictions. The studio could end up saving tens of millions of dollars by not making the third installment. Godot, according to sources, was on track for a $20 million payday. For Wonder Woman 3, while Jenkins would have received $12 million. Those figures don't include any possible back-end bonuses. Warner's had no comment. It's unclear how any future Wonder Woman movie and Godot's portrayal of the hero would fit into the new DC plan. In a bit of head-scratching timing, Godot tweeted out of the blue, the whole thank you thing, I just read that. The rest of the DC slate remains in flux, or at least is being kept deep in the pocket of Gunn's own utility belt, but there are several rumors and possible scenarios to consider ahead of the next week's meeting. Yes, next week they meet with David Zaslav. So next week, Peter Safran and James Gunn are going to meet with David Zaslav. They're going to lay out this new reboot plan. Now, let's take it back a little bit to what David Zaslav said at the Investors Day meeting that they had. He said, our focus needs to be on Superman. Our focus needs to be on Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash. He named the main guys. He might be on board with this if they're trying to do the reboot. I don't know. We'll see what Safran says next week. I'm excited to hear what he has to say because he's been slashing every motherfucking thing. Then it said the rest of DC. Oh yeah, there it is. And it said the first, which builds on the shuttering of Jenkins' Wonder Woman 3, is the closing curtain of the Snyderverse. Yes, so this is supposed to completely close the Snyderverse to where it's just it happened. It's there. Go watch it over there. That's what it's supposed to be. And I'm a Snyderverse fan. And the heroes cast by filmmaker Zack Snyder for his Justice League. This one sees the shutting down of Man of Steel 2 with the returning Henry Cavill and having no more Aquaman fronted by Jason Momoa. These characters are to cameo in The Flash, the highly anticipated time travel adventure movie that is due to release June 16th. Cavill shot his part of the cameo in September, but sources say there is a debate inside the studio as whether or not to keep the cameo, and its inclusion promises something that the studio would have no plan on delivering. That's why they're not doing, because I'm telling you, it would have led more into whatever they were trying to do originally with the Snyderverse stuff, but it's gone. Then it says a Warner's insider cautions that no plans have been finalized and that The Flash remains an unlocked picture for everybody. For everybody that has been out there saying they're done with The Flash. It's done. They're not going to do it. Blah, 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 blah. It's an unlocked picture, which means they can go in and change whatever the fuck they want to change before June 16th. It's unlocked, bro. It's not complete. It's not, because it's like, yeah, they've been showing test screenings, but I feel like when James Gunn took on the role of CEO, he told them, hold that thought with The Flash. We got to figure some shit out. So it's an unlocked picture right now. Then it said the Cavill situation is more than a little thorny, as the actor made a cameo in Black Adam, the DC-centric movie released in October. The Monday after the movie opened, Cavill posted a video on Instagram when he announced, "I wanted to make it official. I'm back as Superman." Bro, am I the only one that this is like a big deal to? Because I'm just like, he posted that knowing he never met with DC. Yeah. Like, why get our hopes up? Why have me standing up in the fucking Black Adam film with 30 other motherfuckers in a big-ass IMAX theater saying, fuck yeah? Like, what? I was excited.
And then he steps away from The Witcher.
Yes, you stepped away from The Witcher. I don't, like, bro, that's what I'm saying.
we're back.
Yes,
Man
yes.
of Steel 2's definitely.
Yes. I'm just like, so for him
Trey's
to
so
do
mad
that.
watching this.
You said
I
what?
said Trey's so mad watching this. No Superman, no Witcher, no nothing.
No, nothing,
no
bro.
Cavill.
And I'm just like, it's again, but you posted that. Okay. So then it goes on to say, and at that time, he was not incorrect. He hadn't met with them. Warner Brothers was indeed developing a sequel for 2013's Man of Steel and actively meeting with writers Andy Muschietti, who obviously directed Flash, even expressed interest in sitting behind the camera for something that would have brought a tone similar to the hopeful and heroic colors of the 1978 movie directed by Richard Donner. Considered a benchmark in comic book movies, in fact, the current leadership team at Warner Brothers Pictures, Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abdy, did desire one more go-around of the Snyderverse heroes, possibly even having another Justice League movie with those actors. But that was before Gunn and Safran began formulating their new and still in flux plan. Also unlikely is the sequel of Black Adam. Now, before I finish reading that one, I did not finish what I was saying. I got sidetracked. I always said Black Adam wasn't making that when Cody was arguing with me, when Trey was arguing with me, and the reason I said that was because, and everybody, even Cody and Alex's rebuttal to that was, how can you say that? Dwayne The Rock Johnson is one of the biggest actors in the world. That's fine.
World.
Yeah.
The whole time I was like, domestically, it's not going to do well.
But even
make it up.
Even worldwide, it didn't.
It was underwhelming.
It was underwhelming. I thought it would worldwide too. I was like, okay, worldwide it might.
Mm-hmm.
I was, especially when he moved it to the weekend Wakanda Forever was coming out, because Wakanda Forever wasn't coming out in China, so he moved it to the opening weekend in China. I was like, bro, you're smart.
Yeah,
that's smart.
That was strategically good.
It didn't help.
No,
and
not like
again,
you thought.
no, because I said it so many times. This ain't Jungle Cruise, bro.
Right.
This ain't Jumanji. This ain't Hobbs and fucking Shaw. Yeah. This is a beloved character. This is Black Adam. This is a superhero film.
Right.
I don't care how big The Rock is. If people aren't on board with what you're doing with a character they love, they're not gonna go watch it. Mm-hmm. And not only that, it wasn't just The Rock. It was the friction, the drama, the hesitance between DC and fans. Mm-hmm. Fans ain't trying to go, like, after the Shazam, every time, we've seen the Shazam trailer twice now in theaters. Yeah. We saw it before Black Adam, we saw it before Wakanda Forever, and each time I say, cut the shit.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It's the first one. I know people. I don't mind the first one. It's a little too funny for me, but I don't mind the first one.
I didn't care for it.
Yeah, it is what it is. But so that's why I said it was never going to do that. It was the Black Adam was never doing those numbers. So then it said, despite the hype surrounding the movie of launching a new corner of the DC, a lot of it led by star Dwayne Johnson, the movie has only grossed $385 million worldwide.
Yeah.
Okay. And insiders at the studio say the movie, which cost more than $190 million to produce, two sources peg the actual cost as $230 million, not including marketing, will be lucky to break even considering ancillary revenue, even if the movie does eke out a minimal profit. Any follow-ups inherit.
Eek. Never seen that word.
I ain't seen that one.
You said eek.
Follows up inherit rising cost, dim the prospect of a sequel. No, I'm telling you, I just don't think so. Johnson hoped to carve out his own piece of the DC pie. He hoped to be DC, but multiple sources say he's playing up of a returning Cavill, and his own involvement with DC may not be endearing him. To the new management, Johnson and Cavill are both managed by Danny Garcia, who is also Johnson's producer partner. The perspection of Adam turning a profit or not is a configuration now being waged in public, with Johnson tweeting the movie would net over $50 million after a Variety story said the movie would lose over $50 million theatrically. That's why, it's funny thing. The funny thing to me is this how chips are kind of not falling Dwayne's way, because after Wakanda Forever's first weekend, what did he tweet? Even before Wakanda Forever, even before it, he's been tweeting here lately praises to Marvel. He's been saying Marvel's doing a good job. There's no animosity. Again, this is why I thought maybe
even that last tweet when he compared his shit to Captain America.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. Like even I think when he tweeted all the praises he was sending to Marvel, he'd even said something like, "We can get along. There's no tension between DC and Marvel." And when he was saying things like that, that had me also thinking, okay, are you DC now? Because how are you coming out here saying like, "Oh, there's no tension between DC"? Like, how do you? Okay.
Also, did anyone ask The Rock?
No one asked him this shit. That's what I'm saying. He's just out there talking.
I just need you guys to know, I'm not pissed at Marvel.
Yeah, he's just talking.
It's like when RDJ should have came out and did this with Marvel at the beginning.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
He might have had power in Marvel.
To what you just said about him tweeting that last thing about Captain America, you're sending all these praises to Marvel. Even after Wakanda Forever's first weekend, you congratulated them on a huge box office success in their first weekend. I guess if you want to call that a success. To say Captain America only made $370 million. Like you threw that jab in there. I don't know. Yesterday I found it funny. Yesterday, before I read this article, I thought to myself, this was him just saying, "Mind your motherfucking business, bitch." I thought that's what he was saying.
Yeah.
It was literally him just being petty as fuck.
Yeah.
Because he's not getting his way right now. Yeah. Things aren't going.
And he's used to being the guy.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
He is the highest paid.
That's what I'm saying.
He does the biggest numbers overseas.
So
it's
funny.
like
so funny to me.
And this is something he's been wanting to do since 2007. So
that motherfucking part.
Yes.
Since 2007. I was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
This says
I was fucking 5, bro. I was fucking 5.
This says Momoa meanwhile could emerge as a pivotal figure in the new plans. According to several sources, in one scenario, the actor would wrap up his days as underwater hero Arthur Curry with Lost City, due out December 25th, 2023, which would be the final movie released that was made by the previous regime. But it would not spell the end of the actor's involvement with DC, with sources saying that the actor would lead another movie or franchise. The character of Lobo, a foul-mouthed, cigar-chomping intergalactic bounty hunter, has been mentioned in the connections with Jason Momoa. Jesus, I couldn't say Momoa. Whether or not Momoa does play everybody's favorite Lobo, whether or not Momoa does play Lobo, emerging as a rising character early on in the conversation may point to the kind of characters that Gunn and Safran's team may be focusing on. See, that was the part, because I read this article earlier. That was the part that made me say you can't build you can't build this franchise off the back of Lobo.
No.
Like, Lobo's dope, bro.
Yeah.
But he ain't dope enough to put asses in the seats.
No.
He's not Superman. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's weird. I think they're doing Superman. I hope they do. I hope they are smart enough to understand that.
Has a Batman movie ever not done well at the box office?
Not that I'm aware of.
I mean, come on.
It said the character is an outsider, an anti-hero, and is keeping in line with Gunn's speciality of taking offbeat and quirky characters and flipping into crowd pleasers like Guardians. The last one says part of the plan could entail a truly fresh start and having no baggage from any previous regimes as they set about resetting how DC movies and shows are made. That, however, does not take into account the possible success of movies such as Shazam. Sorry, it's not. I don't see Shazam: Fury of Gods doing shit in the box office.
No.
If I'm wrong, tell me in the chat. Are you lining up to go see Shazam?
To do worse than Black Adam. Honestly.
Who's lining up to go see, bro? I'm not seeing this.
I was about to say, I'm not.
I don't care to see
That'll
this.
be a channel thing. I'm gonna miss out on.
Yeah, no, the channel will miss out on it. We're not watching.
We'll get the leaks and know what's going on, but I mean, I'm not gonna go watch that shit.
I'm not paying to see Fury of the Gods. The
Especially
trailers
that
don't make me even want to see
ticket,
it.
goddamn. I'm not paying no $17.
Not for Fury of the Gods. Hell no. Then it said on which Safran is a producer in Blue Beetle August 18th. Now I'm going to see that shit. Would that plan include forging ahead without the actors who inhabit those characters and recast them, even if those movies prove to be box office hits? I believe so. That's just me. Even though you take it back to what James Gunn just said there, he said some we haven't decided yet whether or not what they're going to do with it. So that could be on that list of we don't know yet because we're waiting to see what it does in the box office. Well, I can tell you, Fury of the Gods ain't doing shit in the box office. No. Blue Beetle will do better. It ain't making no 500, 600 mil. Might not, it might make it'll make 4. I'm gonna put high end 4. I'm gonna put it more than Black Adam. The reason being is because it's a cultural movement too. Yeah. There are people. Yeah. There are a lot of people from the Hispanic community that are excited as fuck to see this, and they should be. Representation, as we always talk about, it fucking matters. So they should be. This says this is the last paragraph. Observers are convinced the plan calls for an interconnected story universe, and there are rumblings of an establishment of a creative brain trust. The brain trust may be already rolling in some capacity, as sources say that Safran had in recent weeks been meeting with writers in his Los Angeles home in an effort to hone the presentation, gathering feedback and ideas for the plan. One part of the Gunn Safran agenda seems likely not to touch, at least for now. It is the Matt Reeves Batman universe. So there's your questions on there. In which Robert Pattinson dons the cowl of the Caped Crusader. Reeves is writing the sequel to the Batman, which opened March 4th. The filmmaker is also overseeing the launch of 2 Batman series, the spin-off series of his movies, including The Penguin. So, there it is. That's what's going on in the DCU right now. As Peter Safran, as James Gunn eloquently said, I'm gonna read it one more time. As for the story yesterday in the Hollywood Reporter, some of it's true, some of it's half true, some of it's not true, and some of it we haven't decided yet whether or not it's true. There it is. I mean that's it. What he tweeted that this morning, that really should have. It's a waiting game right now. Yeah. It's simply a waiting game. Right now, like he said, some of it's true, some of it's not, some of it we may not know. But it's a waiting game until after The Flash comes out. Yes. Once The Flash comes out, I've even seen that. They're waiting to see how that comes out. June 16th. June? Okay. I've seen that going around that they're waiting to see. They might move it up again. But
do you think them moving it up is something to do with them just maybe
I think they want to get done.
Plans. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're trying to get
they want to get done. They want to get done. They want to get done with the shit, and they want to hurry up and get that Ezra Miller shit out too, because again, you don't know what he's going to do. He's still got he's still under the DC name until The Flash comes out. Right. Or they're still under the DC name until The Flash comes out. So when The Flash comes out, with them moving it up, again, I think that's them just wanting to be like, Let's get this shit over with. Yeah, let's get this shit over with. So, I mean, like I said, that's really it. What's going on with DC? I know a lot of you guys were asking us yesterday in the chat, what's going on with DC? Have you seen any of that stuff or anything like that? Yeah, that's it. Gal's gone. I'm sorry, she's gone. I don't think Henry Cavill's coming back. I think he's gone. We're gonna get a new Batman. Keaton and Affleck are gone. Last time we were seeing Affleck in the cape and cowl is going to be The Flash. That's it. Last time you see Keaton is going to be The Flash.
Was that the last time we saw Cavill? Probably.
I believe so. Maybe. And the only reason I say maybe is because maybe James Gunn and Peter Safran, maybe Dwayne. The whole problem with this is the last thing I'm saying on it. The biggest issue with this, it's too much fucking talking. Right. Dwayne has not shut the fuck up, bro. He really hasn't. Like you are hired talent for DC.
I know,
you're not DC.
In such a weird way.
Because they allowed it at the beginning, bro. Yeah. When you allow shit like that, I'm gonna take an inch. You allow it, I'm gonna take another inch. I'm gonna take a whole fucking foot. Now I'm gonna take 100 yards because you're letting me.
I think they way overestimated what he was going to be able to bring them as far as like asses in the seats.
I think they did.
Otherwise they would not have.
All they had to do was tune in to Planet Fanatics. I said it doesn't matter how big of an actor he is. We all had
trepidations. We were like, he's not like. And then he's not a writer, first of all. He's not even a good actor. He just is The Rock, so he plays the guy who jumps from buildings while they blow up and like
I hope they didn't think a movie with 2 black leads was going to do good internationally. Like a superhero movie with 2 black leads was going to do well in China.
Can somebody pull up the Black Adam poster in China? What they do to Hawkman? Is his mask on?
What did they do? Yeah,
really? Is his mask on in the United States one?
No.
That shit's funny. Yeah, no, they don't give a fuck. And plus, COVID restrictions
This is the Chinese poster. He's in his.
Yeah.
Kellen can confirm he's in his mask. Every other
You can barely see. You can see part of his
Fate
arm.
is not in his mask. No one else has their mask on.
Fate's holding his mask.
He's
like
holding
he's
his
walking
helmet.
into
Of course.
Applebee's, and he rode his motorcycle in because that's what he did the whole fucking
Like I said,
movie.
Nabu ain't going for that shit. You're not taking that fucking
Dude, it was so crazy.
Yeah.
He would just decide, oh, well, I'm done with that guy.
Yeah, no, I agree with what Professor the Film Fam just said there. Dwayne is a good actor.
US,
I think he's...
In the U.S., he has his helmet on too, but he also has a solo poster.
Oh, we're talking...
Hawkman still, yeah.
Yeah,
He's a
China
lot
at the
more
time was
zoomed
dealing
in.
with COVID restrictions when he does, and they're still, well, I think, actually, no.
They are again now.
They are again, but they've lifted some things. It's not, because at first, not to get into all the political stuff going on in China, but at first it was like they were holding them, making people, quarantine, but not quarantine at your house. You had to quarantine at their facility. It was a whole thing. Yeah. But I think I think it's kind of dialed back a little bit. But like I said, that's the thought. That's what's going on. That's the DC. So it's a waiting game. We'll wait to see what happens. DC Studios is, and last thing this is the last thing. This might be a shock. I want the reboot. I want it.
Yes. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
I want the reboot.
If you give me the reboot with a set plan and set casting characters,
we got James Gunn at the helm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of all this random bullshit and here's this every month, but we don't even know if it's true the next month, and here's that and this.
I think that's what it is for me. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted with what's going on.
What's
not true.
What's not true the next week. It's just always changing. I'd rather have something that's just a set plan and you cast your actors and you cast your characters.
Yeah.
And then you get to the... Because, I mean, like, at the end of the day, these are some... stories we would love to see on screen. More than that, like some more than Marvel. Like there's some people in the world who love DC who don't even like Marvel at all, but love DC. And so I just think that this comic company deserves a justice on screen because the stories in there are so fucking gold. And it's just like you would not think that from what you've seen on screen. You would think that this is just a shit company.
The general audience, because there's a lot of people that don't know DC like that, the general audience sees Marvel as here, and DC is like trash. And I'm like, if only you knew. DC is just not that. It's just what it's going through. So, but as always, question is for you guys. Let us know down below in the comments what you guys are thinking. Are you thinking that this DC reboot is a huge positive thing? Are you wanting it? Are you thinking like, oh no, James Gunn is ruining things? Or are you one of the ones that's like, okay, we just got Henry Cavill back, but now we're losing him, and we're losing Gal, or maybe you're one of the ones that wanted Gal gone. What are your thoughts down there below about the reboot of the DC universe? We'll touch these comments quickly. We may not be able to hit everyone, just because I do have to tonight. I have to do some things with my. Let me put it this way, to kind of give you guys some little background. I re-signed my lease today for my home. We always re-sign every year around this time. I re-sign my lease, but before I re-sign, she has to come in and she has to check things. So, I had
dogs fucking shit up.
Yeah, so I gotta go put some.
No, I have to go to work an hour early tomorrow, so it's like.
I gotta.
Let's get through some of these comments.
We gotta get through.
Sorry,
it.
guys, we're also some real people. Got some real life things going on sometimes.
Tell your friends, grow the channel. These won't be concerns anymore.
I promise.
The new Jedi Survivor trailer just dropped. Shut your ass. The new Jedi Survivor trailer just dropped.
I'm sorry. It's just sad how uninterested I became when you said.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to watch that one.
I'll catch y'all tomorrow for the big show.
All right, see you.
Be safe on the way home, Kellen.
You too, man.
Okay, let's see. Go ahead, Kellen, if you want.
Let's see.
You start at the bottom, go up.
Let's see where we start. We got first one about once we switched to DC was from Raymond saying Justice League sucks. Yeah, that original movie did suck.
Oh, that movie's terrible.
Then we got Dougie Fresh, Josh Whedon's characters interactions are fire. they make Age of Ultron. Okay, that's kind of getting back into. Let's see. Okay, then we got Pookie Wood saying, I hate The Rock, but was rooting for Black Adam because of MCU not recasting T'Challa. Honestly, I think a lot of us felt that way with the proximity.
Yeah. I really wanted Black Adam to crush Wakanda Forever. I knew it wasn't.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't, but I wanted it to.
Right. We got Gray saying we made 52 to 75 million. Fact. Off a $193 to $230 million budget. That's not a flex. That's a lie.
I'm telling you, brother, his math just simply wasn't mathing.
And then he also said he ain't the Witcher no more either. So,
yeah, he's not.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm curious how that all went down.
Right? Isn't that crazy, though? Like you just said. Like, he's not the Witcher. No. He's not Superman. He's just Henry Cavill at home.
He might be in the new Mission Impossible again. Like,
Maybe.
I don't know what's happening.
He was. Him. I know. Wasn't he also one of the ones they possibly wanted as 007?
Yeah.
Well,
which I still say
he's free.
Idris Elba. But
I say Idris Elba too.
Idris Elba literally though got so much racist bullshit that he was like, "Fuck it, I don't blame him. I don't blame him either. I thought that he would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Black Claw saying, I'm all for Momoa being Lobo, but man, I feel for Henry Cavill. Yeah, I think we agree. We love. Yeah, I like the idea of Lobo, but yeah, they fucked Henry Cavill.
Oh yeah.
My only holdout is they do something with Flashpoint, like you were saying in his tweet, is the half truth that maybe some of these characters will be bringing back, because otherwise you really fucked over honestly Netflix as far as The Witcher and Henry Cavill. You know,
that's what I'm saying, bro. This is what happens when people just talk too much. Like, I feel like Dwayne he was doing too much. He should just stepped back, bro. Yeah. Let James and Peter do it and talk to them in private. If you want to talk to them in private. Stop tweeting everything out to us. Right. We don't need.
And well, also don't be the newsbreaker. Don't be the person who's telling us about the future. What he did to promote Black Adam, like
it was brilliant.
It was great. It was great. He did stuff with kids, even, and a lot typical Rock stuff. He has so many followers on Instagram. Like, stick to that. If you want to talk all the time, do that. But don't talk about the future
that you're not even sure about.
Yeah, like we don't even know. Like you were saying, I agree. I don't have faith in a Black Adam 2 at this point. So
I just don't see it happening.
Let's see. And then we also have official Liam G saying James is definitely rebooting, and I'm so happy.
Yep, I'm happy with you. I'm happy.
Black Claw, what do you guys have against Shazam? That's my favorite DCU.
I
have to disagree on that one. That's toward the bottom.
Yeah,
the only one for me that was worse really was Wonder Woman 2.
Wonder Woman 2 is ass.
I didn't think Aquaman was good.
I don't mind. Like, that's why I was saying I don't mind that Shazam film. Like, I'll say this: out of most of the DCU stuff, it's the only one that really has a lot of rewatchability for me. Yeah. That first one, like Batman v Superman, no. Yeah. The Snyder cut I've watched plenty of times.
I like the Snyder cut. That one's higher on the list.
The first Wonder Woman,
First Wonder Woman I enjoyed. Yeah.
I do like Aquaman. It was their first $1 billion film. So yeah, I mean, but it just wasn't.
It wasn't
what I wanted.
It wasn't like anything Marvel's putting out, that's for sure. D Stizzle says, Dwayne, so which character do you think would appear in my film? It doesn't matter what you think. Then Franchise says, Shazammed him out of here.
Zachary Levi.
TJ knew Shazam.
TJ.
Raymond was agreeing with Q about canceling Joker 2.
Y'all are not feeling Fale Abdul?
Or wait, no. Q was saying he was saying cancel Chris Reeve's Batman.
Yeah.
I do not agree on the Joker. I want another one. Sir Yuri G's in here. He says he's late. It's okay, but
we appreciate you, bro.
Better late than never. Let's see. D Stizzle pulling a DC Crisis for real. Franchise also says Joker 2 the musical might get canceled. I don't think so. That movie made $1 billion.
I think it's safe.
An Oscar was won for that movie. They're making
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah, and
And that's
got
separate from
Oscar-
DCU.
Yeah, it's separate
You
from
know?
the DCU. It's its
That
own
was
thing.
an independently made film. There was, I don't remember what the budget was, but it was not much, and it made $1 billion.
It made $1 billion. I
Yeah.
saw it plenty of times.
It was good.
Yeah, I saw it plenty of times.
No,
Hell,
I just
I
they'll
dressed.
do more
It was
with
my.
that.
I dressed up as it was my Halloween costume. Actually, now I'm going to show you guys.
Oh,
But
really?
Yeah, you can keep reading.
I'll keep reading. You pull that up.
Pull it up and show you guys.
Official Liam G. James probably wants his own DC Trinity with his own castings, and I'm excited to see who he picks. I am too. I'm glad that he's making the creative decisions there now.
Yeah.
Dougie Fresh as DC need to blow up everything, including that Elseworld Batman and Joker focus on. Yeah, no kidding. I did not like that whole Elseworld.
Another thing with Fale Abdul is you've got Oscar-winning, Grammy-winning Lady Gaga involved as Harley. So they're doing it.
Yeah.
They're going to do it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Franchise says the Flash movie will erase all of this nonsense, just like Secret Wars and all out of characters introduced need to. Yeah, that's what we're expecting. I'm hoping they hang on to a few like Cavill, because who's to say that the other one version of Superman can't look like him too? You know, I mean, Superman looks pretty much the same.
Yeah, this version that they were going to do was going to be it's the same Superman, just more upbeat, more Superman like he is in the comics, more, you know, happy, not the sad black suit wearing, which I didn't mind.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't mind that shit, but, you know, people have their issues.
Yeah. And then Raymond was agreeing with Q about canceling RPAT's Batman, which I personally really, really love, so I disagree. But we got Belly Superb.
Yeah, I love it too.
I loved it. I loved that movie. I feel people only love Cavill's Superman because he looks like the character. He's not a strong enough actor for that role, and neither was Ben Affleck for Batman, and neither is Gal for Wonder Woman. Well,
I don't mind
with the recast.
I don't mind Gal's Wonder Woman. Who else did he say?
He also said Ben Affleck's Batman, which I like.
Ben Affleck is my favorite Batman.
He's my favorite Batman. He's not necessarily my favorite Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, not necessarily my favorite Bruce Wayne.
He's my favorite Batman.
He's my favorite Batman for sure. And my thing with Henry Cavill as Superman, I don't know. I just really liked what he did, bro. I just thought he was. I mean, but again, I'm not. Here's the thing too with Henry Cavill as Superman. As much as I love him, everybody knows that, it's no secret. I don't have to have him as Superman, though.
Right.
I don't have to have him as Superman.
We just need to have a Superman.
Yes, that's
and
it.
We need to have a Batman, and a Martian Manhunter, and a Green Lantern, and a Wonder Woman.
Here y'all go, right there.
Throwing Lobo. Oh, that's dope.
That was one of my one of the ones I did.
I love it.
Yeah, bro. That shit right there. I enjoyed that costume.
Movie. He was so good in that role. Oh wow.
Yeah, no, bro. My cousin takes my pictures, and he went off on this one.
Yeah.
He went off on this one.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
So
I hope you did some dancing.
Actually, at the hold on.
There we go.
There it is.
All right.
There it is. But
That's
yeah,
what we want to see.
yeah, bro.
Okay, let's see. We got Gray saying I'm waiting for next week. That's when James Gunn and Peter Safran present their plan to Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
That's what Darius was saying earlier.
Waiting for next week.
Dougie Fresh nuked that musical Joker. Man, people are hating.
Damn, y'all didn't like the Joker?
I'm gonna stop reading the Joker comments.
Maybe okay. I can feel you guys on the whole musical thing because I want to know what that means too. I want to know what does it mean that it's a musical? Like, what does that mean?
I think a lot of it's taking place in his head.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's a good. Yeah.
You know. Let's see. Franchise agreeing, saying Gal knew her time was up. I'm assuming before that tweet and everything.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I agree.
Gray, they straight wasted Cavill's tenure as Superman. Yes, we agree. They really did. They really did. I mean, he literally only got one solo film.
Yeah, the one, and we haven't seen him as
years.
It's a decade.
Yeah,
It's been a decade.
it's crazy. Let's see. The Jinx said Gal was playing the Kathleen Kennedy book for strong arming management.
Yeah.
Basically. Let's see. D Stizzle says too many cooks in that kitchen. Agreed, dude. That's been their
what
problem
it is.
the whole time. That was their problem with the first Suicide Squad movie. That trailer looked amazing. Then they got a bunch of people in. They did a bunch of re-edits, reshoots, and they ruined it. That's what they've done this whole time. Whereas Marvel is a cohesive machine. They work hand in hand. It is cogs in a Swiss watch. Like that is what. But let's hope that now with this new leadership they can.
That was one of the questions I had too, because you just brought up Suicide Squad and everything like that. I wonder what the fuck Gunn is doing with Suicide Squad. What's he doing with Peacemaker? What's he doing? Because that's all connected into the wider DC Snyderverse.
Yes, it 100% is.
So I wonder what he's going to do with them. Like, because if you're killing shit, are you killing your shit too?
Right.
Because that first Suicide Squad, you can kill that.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Peacemaker.
I don't want to lose Harley.
I don't want to. I don't. Yeah, I love Margot Robbie as Harley too, but I'm like, what's he gonna do with Margot? I don't know.
That is a good thought, though. Yeah.
I just wonder what he's doing with.
Is it across the board or is it some of it? I guess we'll find out. Raymond says, "I'm glad they're rebooting. I just hope Peacemaker and Blue Beetle don't get affected."
That's what I was just saying about Peacemaker. Exactly. I wonder what happens with Peacemaker.
Franchise says, Dwayne. Like we down by 40, but we got a Hail Mary on it. Oh my gosh. Let's see. We got Valley Superb saying in soccer when a new team coach comes in, he normally gets rid of a bunch of players and staff because they were brought in by old coach and he wants to win or fail using his own staff. Gunn is doing the same. And then he also says, I'm from the UK. We use football, soccer for every example.
Oh no, bro, you're good.
But yeah, any team sport.
Any team sport. Because like you just said, you
don't want it to be that they already had this set up and I just came in kind of like what we were talking last week with Steve Kerr.
Yeah. And, because when you guys know I coach AAU basketball, and whenever we transitioned, from being the team we were to being Nike Pro Skills. That's when we got sponsored by Nike. So we were Nike Pro Skills, and it's a program from Texas that they had moved down here to Oklahoma. Well, before I got brought on, because I wasn't originally a part of it. But my now friend, Steve, who's also coaches, reached out to me and he was like, hey, you coach for Norman Elite. Would you be interested in transitioning, come over here to Nike Pro Skills? This is that, blah, blah, blah. Well, they had some kids that were already on the Pro Skills team before I had come in. Now I was coming in with my own team. Like he asked me and my team to come over, but there were already kids that they had established on that were my kids' age, freshmen at the time, freshmen to be the freshman team. So to add what Valley just said there, when I went in the first day of everything, I told everybody, I don't care that you've been here. And here's the thing, I'm a tough coach. I'm a tough coach, and that's not to toot a horn, but that's why we're one of the top teams in the state. Yeah, I'm a tough coach, so when I walk in and I talk to my boys, I'm not sugarcoating shit for you. I'm gonna tell you like it is. Yeah. Some of y'all might want to start looking for other teams because I've seen some of you play, and if you can't keep up with what I'm trying to now do with Pro Skills, you won't be here on this roster.
Yeah, I mean, look at Remember the Titans, Denzel Company.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not. I get that you these are all your reserve starting spots, but nope, we're building something new.
There's levels to this shit. I tell my boys that all the time. There's levels to this shit.
Yes, there is. Grand Regent Thrag says DC has a plan. Marvel better watch. Let's hope. Raymond says to start this new DCU with the Justice League movie.
Agree.
I think you and I agree, but again, an established one.
Yeah.
D Stizzle says these studios keep trying to be clever and cute with these characters. Just follow that source material and it should work out. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Raymond says Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, Aquaman, and Cyborg is the team I want to see.
I always have it. Well, no, I wouldn't mind Cyborg. I just want him with the Titans more, but
honestly, that might be our age.
Yeah.
Yeah. that show was.
Yeah, that's true.
The best thing out there. D Stiesel MCU had 3 phases worth of goodwill. that fan base was going to watch whatever they. Yeah. When we were talking earlier about them not having, them bringing The Rock over to try to get that, and they just haven't established what Marvel has, so they're not hitting those numbers. Let's see. Grand Regent Thrag referring to Gal Gadot, saying, "Damn, she was going to make that Will Smith money." Apparently,
yeah, 20 mil, bro.
Robert Downey Jr. almost money.
That's why I said, "Damn."
Yeah. We got Executive Judge saying, "Just finished with the Game Awards. What's up, y'all?
Appreciate
What's up,
you being
man?
here,
Good
bro.
to see you." We got Franchise saying, "I think it was more of a contact issue, which they wanted to rewrite, almost like Gal having less time. What it sounds like to him."
Possibly
Maybe.
so. Possibly so.
We got.
It'll be
Gray.
interesting next week to hear what David Zaslav has to say.
Yeah. Oh no, we're gonna have some stuff to talk about after that meeting for sure. Gray saying Green Lantern First Light was like Training Day in space. We got Grand Regent Thrag. I'm a little drunk off the Henny and Leaf. I'm putting Justice League on right now. LOL. Hey, listen, these guys on the channel knows there's only one way I watch movies. I'm right there with you.
He said the Henny and the Leaf.
The Henny and the Leaf, man. It's a combo if you ask me. Let's see. We got Johnny Stevens. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. D. Steezel. Every Justice League member should have had at least 3 solo films. Like, honestly, we didn't have even a single solo Batman film.
Not
the Justice
one.
League Batman, not a one. We had one Man of Steel.
10 years ago.
Yeah. But then we had 2 Wonder Womans, the second of which was absolute garbage.
Well, we don't know what Aquaman's going to look like.
We don't know what that's going to be. But yeah, no. Honestly, it was such a waste.
Yeah.
We got Franchise saying, "Just don't kill Hawkman at least." Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Gray saying Sinestro was training Hal Jordan when he first started being a Lantern.
Yes, that is true.
You can actually
watch. Is that what you're talking about, Gray? You're talking about the animated movie that came out this year,
so.
I believe. Yeah,
I think so.
What is that one called? Isn't that one Brightest Day? I think that's what it is.
Yeah, they mentioned it in a chat earlier. It was that one. We got Black Claw saying Henry Cavill should either go over to Marvel to play Captain Britain or voice Shadow in Sonic Movie 3.
I would love,
those Captain Britain rumors early on. I was for that.
I'm for that too.
I was for the Hyperion shit.
Yeah, honestly, either. I think I lean more toward Captain Britain, but yeah.
I think he would lean more toward Captain Britain. He doesn't want to play a dark Superman. That's why he didn't want to.
He already played Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Let's see. D. Steezel. Netflix was pulling a Marvel Studios, trashing the source material. That's part of the reason why. Okay. So he's saying that's more why he was leaving.
Yeah, well, Henry did say that too. Bo DeMayo, who's writing for Marvel now, was also in the writers' room over at for The Witcher, and he even said that the writing, no one knew shit. Like no one knew the lore. No one knew.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah,
so I'm sure that ran him off as well.
We got Sir Yuri G, official Liam G, saying I want Hot Girl in the DCU. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yes. Hot Girl's real name. Oh, run it by me. Oh God. It's on the tip of my tongue. Shakira. I think I just said it. Shakira.
I think
that's it.
That sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Sir Yuri G saying I actually like the Shazam movie. I hate that Black Adam wasn't attached to it. Honestly,
so do I. But again, that was The Rock's doing. That was the first moment a while back. Yeah. That was the first moment I think I said to myself, he's got power over at
Honestly,
DC.
Yeah, that's what really woke us up to that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Grand Regent Thrag said The Rock said he's still getting his sequel though. That's what he thinks.
He can say it.
We'll see. It's what he thinks he smells cooking, but I don't know. Johnny Stevens says Black Adam is a good movie when you're high and drunk. Again,
the plot.
I was sitting next to these guys. That's how I was. So
don't go in for the plot.
No.
Go in for the
we
badass
literally
action.
Said going in, I was like, I'm just hoping for some badass things.
That's what we kept saying.
Yeah.
Badass action.
Badass action. Raymond said he's praising Marvel because he knows DC about to axe him and now he need a job. And then he also said what we've been saying, which is The Rock talks too damn much. He really does. Let's see, Ricardo Wood. What I missed once DC became the topic. My power went out and couldn't continue the stream without that Wi-Fi. Basically, that they're just saying they're going to reboot everything. There was some stuff with Gal Gadot putting out her tweets. It seems like she's gone. It just seems like it's going to be a complete.
You honestly didn't miss anything because we were talking about the Avengers roster and then we went into comments for it. So yeah, that was really it.
Let's see. Grand Regent talking about Lobo, yeah. Always thought he'd be a better Lobo. Anyway, yeah, I think we all agree that he's pretty perfect.
He's
Lobo.
Got that, yeah, that's him.
Yeah,
he is Lobo.
He wouldn't really even have to act. They just have to put some white makeup on him.
That cigar in his mouth.
See, Dougie Fresh, because Gunn has done Guardians and Suicide Squad, they think that that's all he's going to focus on. He knows what time it is. He's not here to play games.
I agree with you.
That's all we've seen.
Because
action.
He has been. He's
We're
tweeted
a
out
lot of inaction and a lot of Hemi and Han from DC. He hasn't been over there that long. We've seen what I would refer to as a massive change.
Yeah,
honestly.
Just asking the fans what they want was I appreciated. Yeah. I appreciated that. But asking what we wanted.
Right.
Tweeting the pictures of Mr. Terrific. I think he knows what he's doing.
Dougie Fresh is with us. He's not watching the new Shazam. Sir G is, though. Raymond said, think about the children, Darius. I'm not sure which that was referring to.
Is that for the Shazam stuff?
Oh, probably. We got Franchise saying, I'd rather watch Wakanda than Fury of Lame Shazam. We got Deece Diesel saying it's been 11 years since that lame Green Lantern flick. Where's the new Green Lantern film? That's how we're feeling too. Hopefully this Jon Stewart series
is still going
and that they do him justice because he is both of our Green Lantern for sure.
Yeah.
Ricardo Woods, first Shazam was cool, but this new one looking dull. But again, Megan Good is in it as well.
She is in it. I forget she is in it.
Yeah. Franchise. Good belongs in R-rated movie, not PG. Yeah. Let's see. Gray Facts. I'm going to see Megan Good. I can't speak for anyone else. Hey, listen. I mean, you guys know what episode of She-Hulk I liked. I understand. Grand Regent Thrag, but LOL at that Ezra Miller shit. We were talking about that. Let's see. Grand Regent Thrag, and The Rock interacts with the fans a lot, so he was feeling himself, basically.
Yeah. The fans gassed his ass, bro. The fans, everybody was like, especially even at like I told you guys, before D23, I was watching another live show. I don't remember whose it was, because I just tuned into someone that was watching the developing stuff for D23. And when Dwayne came out and did the whole thing, I guess from the angle he was looking at, it did look like he was levitating. But so the guy I was watching goes, he cares so much, and he was serious. He cares so much about this character. I've been telling you guys, he cares. He cares so much. He came out, he's fucking levitating. I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean he's levitating? I said, if he's levitating, it's like he's on a harness, but he wasn't even levitating. It was just the angle of his camera.
The Rock cares so damn much.
Yeah.
He went and trained with David Blaine for 6 months straight. Learned to do
I was like, bro, what?
That shit, oh my gosh, that shit would have had me dying. Let's see, we got Gray. Honestly, who's telling The Rock to shut the fuck up? That's true. Nobody was.
That's true.
Yeah. Profess the film fan.
That's damn true.
Dwayne Johnson is a good actor, just not a great one.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, for what he is what he is, you know?
He is what he is.
Official Liam G, Dwayne been embarrassing as fuck with his reactions to Black Adam Perception.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
We got Franchise saying Flash erases everything. Get ready for a big reboot, and Dwayne about to go WWE full time after this. Hashtag the Man in Black. Never mind. We got Raymond, Gray Megan. Good is in this movie. We got Sir Yuri G. LOL. Rock spoiled
the Superman.
Recently. It just popped me down to
Oh,
the
you're
bottom.
fine. The Superman teaser for Teth Adam. He ain't never gonna shut up.
He also spoiled that Black Adam shows up in Super Pets at the end.
Yeah.
He posted the post-credit
He did.
scene on his Instagram.
Instagram.
That's another thing that led me to believe this motherfucker has power at DC.
Yeah.
Let's see. We saw that about the new Jedi Fallen Order trailer. Gray also said you can't ruin what's already messed up. I agree. Johnny Stevens said I only like 2 DC characters. Which 2? And then we've got Raymond that said at this point just revamp and reboot the universe. Just renew it. Yeah. Johnny said 4 if you count Milestone. Okay. D Stizzle said some interesting reveals during the it took me down.
Yeah, I did that to me earlier too.
Oh, that's because we got a super chat from Trey that said Elden Ring Game of the Year. Your boy called it.
What's that new game that everybody's saying is so hard?
Elden Ring, right?
No.
The new one that what is that one?
It's not God of War. I forget what it's called. Does it start with a P? I feel like it does. Maybe it doesn't.
I can see the cover, but
I can see the cover too.
Yeah, I can't think of what it's called.
Then we've got
Trey.
Yeah, Trey.
He also said he might be drunk.
Then we've got Sir Yuri G. I'm sorry, no. D Stizzle said some interesting reveals during the VGAs tonight. Oh, that's probably what Trey's talking about.
Yeah, the Video Game Awards.
Yeah. Sir Yuri G said, "Oh, you didn't see it, bro. Darius, that trailer is so good. Can't wait for you, bro. I'm telling you, I'm about to." Ricardo Wood said, "Yep," with a bit of gameplay. Okay. CGZ said, "Well, maybe Aldous Hodges can come on over to the MCU and T'Challa, bro. I would love it. I would love it." Raymond said, "Even though I don't care about Man of Steel or Superman, I do feel bad for these actors. So do I.
Especially Gal. I feel bad for Gal.
I do too.
I really do."
Yeah.
Grand Region Flag said the fans gassed and went, "Yes, bro, they did."
Yeah.
He also said, "I hate that Shazam bodysuit."
So do
Yes,
I don't like
it's
Zachary
terrible.
Levi as Shazam.
I just don't.
I don't either.
Johnny said, "But guys, the hierarchy of power." Chill. Grand Region Flag said, "I hope they keep Jon Stewart's Green Lantern." So do I.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Chill Spot said, I hope things turn around for DC, and I really hope they keep Henry Cavill as Superman.
I would like Henry Cavill to stay
I
as
would
Superman
like that
too.
too.
I'm telling you, when we were in the theater and we saw him in the post-credit scene, I saw the post-credit scene before we walked in because I saw it, the leaked part of it. But Kellen can tell you, I did everything but stand up.
Yeah.
I did everything but stand up, and I think I started it. Like I was the one that started it.
Yeah, you started it.
Yeah. Raymond said, "I'm gonna go over to Star Wars because it's Marvel." Yeah, bro. Hey, come on. Well, let me tell you. Unless you enjoy being kicked in the dick on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, he's saying he's leaving it because of it being depressing, but I mean, something about, fire and then into the pot, I forget the saying, but that comes to mind.
Star Wars is depressing too.
Out of the fire into the frying pan.
D Stizzle said WB/DC crisis of multiple projects.
Yeah.
Gray said the fact that Aquaman is their billion-dollar movie says everything about the Snyderverse. Yes, Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Wonder Woman, and Justice League didn't. Exactly.
Yeah.
Ricardo said, yeah, that's fly. D Stizzle said Gal's a decent B-level actress. Jason and Ezra were miscast. Ray's okay. Ben and Henry were good. Yeah, Ray was okay. Only thing I don't like about is how Ray was treated.
I never thought Ezra Miller was a good
I never did either.
Flash.
He's not Barry Allen to me.
No.
Raymond said a decade. Wow, they really did fumble this whole. They did. It's been a decade.
Really
Man of Steel came out in 2013, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
The Jinx said if they were willing to let Patty rewrite Wonder Woman 3, gives me the feeling that they are willing to have some carryover. Yes, bro, I believe that too. I think that's where it blends into some of it's true, some of it's not true. Yeah, some of we haven't decided if it's true. Yeah, I think so.
It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. Raymond said Fire James Gunn is unfortunately trending on Twitter right now. Peacemaker was amazing. Yeah, it's been it was trending. It started trending yesterday. But people just have to wait and kind of see. That's why I said what I said. I've said everything I said talking about it, but at the end I said we have to wait and see how the Flash plays out. We just have to.
Yeah.
Professor Film Fed said, I love Peacemaker Season 1. You guys, I did not watch Peacemaker. Did you watch Peacemaker?
I didn't finish it, but what I saw I liked.
Yeah, I watched scenes from Peacemaker. I did not watch it, though.
It was pretty good.
Ricardo said, if I'm going to be real, Suicide Squad is overhyped to me.
Yeah, it is to me.
Yeah.
That second one was better than the first one.
The
but-
Suicide Squad was better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Suicide Squad, no.
Yeah. D Sizzle said, I don't like James Gunn, but Taika Waititi makes him look like Spielberg.
Honestly, yeah.
That is funny, yeah.
Yeah, because that's a comparison to make of, like, one who's able to balance it well versus one who, when you let the inmate run the asylum,
Yeah,
you get
exactly.
screaming goats constantly.
Trey said he's going to hop on tomorrow dancing over Elden Ring. Grand Regent Thrag said Justice League Snyder Cut is a classic. Love Steppenwolf's line.
Bro, yes, I love Steppenwolf's lines. Like when he's like, "Oh, noble queen, why do you fight?" I love that. I'm like, bro,
His voice was great.
yes, he was. I love Steppenwolf. I loved him in the Snyder Cut.
Yes.
I thought, especially when he invades the mascara, I thought it was great. It was great.
Yeah.
Raymond said these past 10 years have been difficult for a lot of DC fans. Yeah, bro, that's why people are just exhausted.
It's like being a fan of the Cubs all those years.
Shaira. Okay, thank
okay,
you.
yeah.
Thank you, Gray. D Stizzle said, I need that Sinestro War Blackest Night and Brightest Day on the big screen. If not, I'll take them animated films. Yeah, I'm telling you that the newest animated film for I forget the name of it, for Green Lantern on HBO Max. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to watch it.
I forgot about it. I need to. That's something I'm gonna do here soon.
I hate when they use that animation, but I mean the animation is not bad. I prefer the animation from like Apocalypse War or Flashpoint or something like that. Yeah. D Stizzle also said they obviously rubbed Henry the wrong way.
Yeah.
Raymond said, "Yeah, Darius, the babies love Shazam. Have a heart, you
monster."
monster." Grand Regent with the laughs. Raymond said, The Rock tried so hard to make this movie good. It took him 15 years to make this movie. That's 4 presidents, a pandemic, 2 wars, 3 MCU phases, and like 100 Drake albums. And it still was mid. It was fun, but mid. I liked it. Yeah, that's my overall thesis of it. It was fun, but it was not. Don't go for the plot.
No.
And then he said, Not Again 90 said, Rock running DC like his former boss,
Mr. McMahon.
ran WWE. T Stizzle
Before he got
said,
Me Too.
T Stizzle said, watch James replace the Justice League actors with the Guardians of the Galaxy actors.
It's like, hey guys, we're ending this, but just come over here.
Just different makeup.
Calypso Protocol. Yes, Trey, that's what it is. Calypso Protocol. That's one that everybody in Planet Poppy gave it a thumbs down. Why a thumbs down? Is it a thumbs down for the same reason that I just want it? Because I don't know what it is. I haven't played it or anything, but I've seen everybody doing what you're doing, giving it a thumbs down, saying it's too hard, it's this and that. Yeah,
I thought it looked cool.
It did look cool.
No, it's Castillo Protocol.
Okay.
I called it Calypso. Castile Protocol. Ricardo Woods said, and Suicide Squad versus Justice League game Batman trailer released. Oh, did it?
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't want to pronounce it wrong.
Deshaun?
I think it's Deshaun. Okay, all you Marvel fanboys, Marvel got Kovic and Dying Rise of the DC. Keanu Reeves said especially he wants Constantine to be rated R.
I know
Is he gonna be Constantine?
He is calling for it. I haven't heard anything back from the studio saying that. All I've heard is him be on a few couches here lately saying that that's a role he would love to reprise.
Oh, that's right. He did say that. He did say that. He did. I want to say it's low-key confirmed.
Really?
I think so.
I haven't heard of.
I think he is coming back.
That'd be cool, though.
Johnny Stevens said, Batman, John Stewart, Green Lantern icon, and Static. Yes, icon for sure. Raymond said, damn, then I guess I'll stay with Marvel. Elijah said, honestly, I can't wait for a reboot so we can get stories like Tower of Babel, the Judas Contract, or original stories done right. Yep.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Brandon said, The Rock can't make anything good if he just plays himself in every film. He didn't even attempt an Egyptian accent.
Yeah.
That was one of my complaints.
Yeah.
No pointy ears. I hated the fact that he didn't wear a
also
cape.
bald.
Yes, he was bald. The accent wasn't there, and you've been working on this movie since 2007? Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Gray said, when they started the MCU, Andrew was Spider-Man over at Sony. When they got the chance to get Spider-Man, they cast Tom Holland. James Gunn is probably going to do the same. No leftovers.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, fair point.
Maybe, bro. Can you imagine a Kingdom Come event for DC? I would love it. I'm telling you, man. I really want to know what their 10-year plan is. Like, what are you leading to? Like, what's your end game?
Right.
Planet Poppy said, or Grand Region Thax, Planet Poppy said, it had so much potential. Talking about the game, D Stizzle said, what I like about Bruce Timm's DC films is the animation would try to copy the art style from those comic storylines in his films. Raymond said Suicide Squad versus Justice League, that's like Kang facing the whack Avengers 5 roster. They're going to get wiped out.
Honestly.
Brendan also said Elizabeth Debicki, I don't think I'm saying her last name right, for Wonder Woman. She worked with James Gunn for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. She's also 6'3". I mean, that would work.
Yeah.
I mean, Wonder Woman does need to be big.
Yeah.
She does need to be big.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Of course,
Comic
Trey
Chameleon.
doesn't think it's that hard to
Yeah. Comic Chameleon said, he said that it's been confirmed. Constantine Toon has been confirmed. They are in. Okay, I thought so. I thought it was confirmed. Professor Film Fan also said
Nice.
his 2010 film Faster was underrated and he played a serious character. Before we close, I will go ahead and look at the trailer for Jedi Fallen Order.
Okay.
Jedi Survivor, sorry, because it's the new one.
Look at that.
And then we'll close here, and then we'll be back with you guys tomorrow. Let me see. And if you guys are here, like I said, we appreciate everybody being here. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us as always. If you're here and you haven't smashed that like button, smash that like button.
Yes, do that.
Professor Sir Yuri G said, from what some reports said, we won't know what Gunn's DC plans are until after Aquaman 2, supposedly. Yeah. D Sizzle said, whoever the new Wonder Woman is, I prefer a little more meat on them Amazon bones. Yeah, bro, it's got to be big.
I always do.
Grand Region Thax said, yes, mighty Steppenwolf, who might have sat here by the side of the Great One, but undone by his self-pride. Okay, let's see. Jedi.
Let's watch this.
Jedi Survivor.
It's been real, y'all.
Jedi Survivor trailer. I'm pretty excited to see this, honestly.
Yeah, I didn't even know this was coming out.
Am I going to get copyrighted for even away? We're going to see. Let's go. I'm just sitting here talking and they have no sound. Sorry, I'm getting Jedi Survivor up. Bear with me one moment. I'm trying because I wanna see this on here.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we got some peace y'alls from D Stizzle, Kenny Peace, good night. Guys, great show as usual. Thank you, Kenny Pierce.
Thank you, Kenny.
Gray put peace out at 100, agreeing with Kenny. Grand Regent Thrag, peace y'all. Peace, chat, be safe. And also from Franchise.
Okay.
Thanks for being here, guys.
I'm getting this
Yeah,
up
let's
now.
see this.
I think this one's moving a little bit.
Also, Trey was saying that game was made by the same people who made Dead Space.
Oh, okay.
Which makes sense. It does look like that.
Okay, let's
Or
see
License.
this.
Or, yeah, Dead Space. Yeah. Peace out, Pookie Wood.
I just had it up here. What the fuck?
Oh gosh.
What is it?
Sorry. I think something serious just happened with my fiance.
Oh, Cal's got facial hair.
Alright, let's watch this, and I'm gonna bounce because apparently she got assaulted by some drunk lady at her work tonight.
What does she do?
Well, she works for Department of Education, but she went back, and she's working Tuesday, Thursday nights at the old bar she used to bartend at when she was in college, just for some extra Christmas money.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently some lady, like, attacked her.
Okay, I have it here.
Okay, so I'll watch this with you, and then I gotta go.
Well, that's, yeah, I was going to say, shit, if it doesn't, this was about to be my last attempt.
Yeah, if it doesn't come up, I'll have to watch it tomorrow.
Is it going to be choppy, though?
Yeah, it's choppy.
Okay, guys, I'll react to this for you guys tomorrow, because I gotta have producer Henry get in here and fix some shit. It's quite fucking annoying.
Yeah, it's been doing that when we've been watching.
It has when we've been watching videos, and I don't know why. It's been annoying. But again, we appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow. As I always say, for everybody here in the room, it is myself. It is Kellen Q was here. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Hey, look at that. Today I had it set correctly. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We will be back tomorrow for the Friday show. We didn't get to do the giveaways today or the tier list, but we're gonna do the giveaways tomorrow. I have some stuff to give away for you guys. So Gray, maybe you can win that Funko. But like I said, for everybody here in the room, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. As I always say, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and we will see you guys. All of you, love you from the bottom of my heart. I say that every time. Love you guys. Yeah. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.